Hello, everybody.
No.
Welcome. We're just crashing right into this intro after that discussion. Welcome. It's Thursday. Ronan will be here maybe later. So it's Embers, episode 12. Announcements are tomorrow, no game night. Don't come here. We will not be here. Go, like, outside or
Go
something.
to our YouTube.
Yeah, or you can watch us on YouTube too, but I would recommend you go outside instead.
Nah, touch grass.
You save Sunday for watching our videos.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, that is also tomorrow, noon, there will be a Cerulean Conspiracy VOD. That's EST. Saturday, there will be a VOD of this at the same time, noon EST. On Sunday, there's nothing. Watch our YouTube videos. And then Monday, you know, I gotta just stop saying reruns. I never remember. Ever remember.
Yeah. I don't think we've had a rerun in, like, months.
Yeah, so, you know, it'll be a pleasant surprise if you do get a rerun. You probably won't. Don't get your hopes up. And then Tuesday, obviously, more Cerulean Conspiracy at 7 this time, because I do not have to rescue Maddie from her workplace. So we'll be starting on time, and it is the beginning of chapter 2. So make sure you're there. Thursday, we're doing this again. I think that's all the announcements. Anybody else have anything else to say?
Friday next week is subscriber game night.
Oh yeah, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next Friday is sub game night.
I so thought, like, last week that it was gonna be this week.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. Yeah, I was like,
did you say it during the
like,
announcements?
Oh. No, I was
okay.
like, I didn't know it wasn't the last week of the month. So
oh, I see. Also, we have a new website. I linked it in the chat, and it'll be in the link of this YouTube video if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you check out our website. And with that, can we get a recap of last time?
Yeah.
Can I get a... Shannon,
Can I get a...
Huh? It's here.
I don't see you.
I'm here.
Well...
You've disappeared, Shannon.
I'm here!
What the hell?
I didn't leave.
Wait, you are here, but I can't see you on this screen. Anyway, somebody give a recap. I'll fix it.
Okay.
Shannon.
So we went to a courthouse with some dirt on the red sashes that we needed to plant somewhere to get them in trouble for things. So we were going to a judge's room. What's his name? Judge, I don't think I ever actually
Vanderos.
Vanderos.
Burke Vanderos.
Is who we were trying to get to. So we broke in, we're sneaky, did some ghosty things. Know that Ira's a ghost and I have a ghost dog. Got in there, saw some men go in and also talk to the judge, and we're talking about blackmailing him and paying him to do things, and they're trying to do stuff to stop Ulf. Then we planted the evidence and got out of there. And it all went smoothly.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy operation, all things considered. There was a lot of opportunity to mess it up, but Ira being a ghost has actually really helped you guys a lot.
Yeah. We figured out when the boat's coming with all the drugs on it, so we're gonna go steal those now.
Yeah, so you want to recap what you found out last session? What kind of info you got?
So, so we got the exact day and time that the boat was gonna be showing up. There's a warehouse that we've been cleaning out to move the drugs into there so that we can lay low for a little bit to go then do the drop off in Dunslow in a drainage pipe in Dusk River for Ulf.
Sounds good. Alright. So, was there any other legwork or anything that you wanted to do? Or should we go right on into the engagement roll? What is your plan at this point? Well, I should ask first.
Yeah, what is, like, are there buildings near the docks, like, close to them?
Yeah, there's, like, warehouses, boat houses, not many, like, residential things near the water. There's kind of no point to be that close.
I guess it's, do we want to get on there once they dock, or do we want to get on there beforehand, like as they're starting to pull in.
Probably I'm not sure. Do we even know, like, how much, like, drugs
It's
are
a
gonna
lot,
be? Or...
right?
Okay.
Yeah, Ulf didn't give you an exact amount, but he said there should be quite a few.
Okay, my concern is how are we gonna get the drugs off of the boat?
Well, if we have a secondary boat,
Yeah.
that's like
Like,
up
that's big enough.
alongside it. Day of, is it like cloudy or anything, like darker than it usually is?
It's always dark, basically.
Yeah, but yeah, I meant like any cloudy or anything that would make it easier to go unnoticed.
It's pretty much as easy as it's gonna get throughout the day. Clouds don't really help that
Okay.
much because the sun is just like little
Yeah.
pieces in the sky, so.
Okay. We could get like not really a dinghy, but like a small enough boat to come up alongside it.
Board it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so
Board
long as
it.
they don't notice us.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're gonna be stealthy, but
Notices your boat.
Ooh woo.
I wonder if we like if we go out and make it seem like we're going past them and then we get on in the back of the boat. So that we're not like along the side of it, but
Alright, yeah, you can do that.
okay.
So your plan is stealth, and then your entry point is the back of the boat.
Yes.
Okay, sounds
I'm
good.
trying to think of how Asher's gonna do this though.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
legs
fucked
are still
myself
broken.
for most of these missions.
I'm not much help in that department because I can't push you.
That's fair.
We need Silas and or Draven or
Well, I could stay on the boat and drive it out some more. So then I have a position to watch people on the top of the boat. They think that
That's
like
true.
I'm out there fishing, so they're not suspicious of the boat passing them. And then I can come
That
back
is true.
whenever Ira comes to get me.
Hey, that's smart.
And if you send up an alarm, I'll come and help as best as I can.
Yes.
Sure. Well, and with dinghies and like smaller boats out here, you know that they don't really use motors on the smaller boats. The motors are really big and heavy, so they're usually on the bigger ones. So
Well, is
you're
there
gonna
like
have
any
to
like
be rowing.
speedboat sized boats?
How big?
Speedboat sized?
I mean, that's about how big it is.
Oh, okay.
It's like a like the
Dinghy is a lot smaller than a speedboat.
I mean, okay, yeah, but still, like an
Okay, that's
engine
fine.
is big, like
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay.
old-fashioned computer big.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, he can row. He's got arms.
Yeah, his arms
Got
still work.
arms.
Not gonna be fast, but he's got arms.
Yeah, and you're also gonna have
Hard.
to. It's gonna be hard for you to shoot from a rowboat.
That's fine.
You'll have to constantly be adjust, pick up,
Yeah.
adjust.
That's true.
He'll be fine.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Can I bring an anchor though to anchor myself down? There's the water
How
too
far
deep
out are you going? If you're meeting it as it comes into shore, good luck with an anchor.
Heard.
It's the ocean.
That's fair.
The ocean.
And you have a small boat.
Okay.
A lot.
Maybe like I don't know, like 50, 100 feet away from it. I don't have to anchor now. I can just.
I mean, you could attach yourself to the boat.
Yeah, I just don't want them to like see a boat coming up and then be like, that boat never left.
Oh, yeah.
But can do that. Then I just can't see much too.
Yeah.
But
All right. I'm sure that you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You want to
Spooky.
get rolling here?
Yeah, sure.
Let's get rolling.
Let's get rolling, literally. All
Actually.
right. So you start with 1.
Oh, Lord.
Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yeah, kind of. Doing this on like open ocean.
All right. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
We are on a boat.
Does that make it complex?
I don't think it's any more complex than what we have done.
Okay. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Boat.
We got their information from a dude just paying them some coin, so we know exactly where they'd be.
That's true.
Do they have particular defenses against this? I don't think so. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Not Costa. I doubt Stasia can. Don't think Frat can. Does Ira have friends anymore? That sounded meaner than I meant it to.
You know, let me. Oh shit! Fuck! Hold on. My God. I don't think so.
You are presumed dead by the state, at
Yeah.
least. So,
Yeah, I don't know if she would even have friends.
did she have friends in life?
You
Well,
did get a lot of them arrested.
I think the bar lady.
Yeah.
The one who owns the tavern
Yeah,
is
she couldn't
friends,
help us
and
today,
that's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about, Clara.
Clara, that's her name.
Yeah.
Christ, my brain no work.
Alright, yeah. So, cool. So that's 3D. Who's gonna roll it?
I fucked
I
it last
can.
time, so I don't know if you want me to.
Where's the dice button on this? Oh, I'm
It's on
so
the right.
stupid.
It's where it usually is left.
Well, so my window was like cut off, so it was
Mhm.
not there anymore until I moved my thing.
Ooh,
Hey,
nice.
hey.
A critical
Ayo.
success.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
So you guys are all
Glad I rolled
piling onto
that.
the same boat for this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Everybody stand very still.
Well, at least you're all on the same boat to get out there, and then like,
Yes.
and then Asher's gonna stay on the boat, and he's gonna like,
Yes.
yeah, cool. So you guys all pile onto this pretty small boat, not tiny, but you all can sit down at least. You're not having to stand.
Asher has to.
Well, yeah.
I like rip out the like driver's chair, like the
Yeah.
captain's chair, so I can just wheel up to it.
Yeah, so you guys have this, you guys are rowing this boat up through the water. There's these big swells as you get away from the dock of this ink black water. And down below you in the water, you can see stars glittering at the, towards the bottom of the ocean, as if you were looking down into the sky. And when the water like sloughs onto your boat, you can see that it is very dark gray, like almost tinted black, as if it's not black because of the darkness. The sea itself has been tainted by whatever it was that also broke the sun. And you see,
Is it like
what?
sorry. Is it like the same as when we came over to the city
Yeah,
from Scotland? Okay.
yeah, we just didn't describe that on camera.
Yeah.
So
I just want to know if this was a recent development.
no, this is not a recent development.
I would be a lot
This-
more nervous if it was.
No, this is just how it's been around the world at this point. And you're having to actively fight against the current, but with that engagement roll, you all power through, being able to like take the big swells and not capsize down in the troughs. And before you know it, you see the ship that you are expecting in the distance. Now, these are Leviathan hunter ships, so their job is to go into the ocean and into these giant, huge, like, people, they don't kill these Leviathans. They're like mosquitoes where they go down, they send people down to extract their blood as they are still living. These things are so big that it has not been often or really ever that people have managed to kill a Leviathan. They're kind of like, are kind of like parasites living off of these things down in the deep ocean. And this ship looks like it was built to hunt monsters. It is like an ironclad, so these metal plates on the side, a very curved surface, a very smooth metal where the plates kind of overlap like a shell, where they're kind of overlapped like this, where you think if something tried to grab it, it would have a hard time getting purchase on it. There's a deck, a small deck around the top with railings on it, and you can see lights flashing above. All around it, hanging off of it, are these big electroplasmic lanterns, and on the front there are these two big spotlights kind of illuminating the ocean in front of it. And on top, on a swivel, there's a searchlight that you can see there's somebody standing behind and controlling these giant handles, like swiveling it around, searching the ocean around them. You can't see any obvious openings, and this thing is leaving a giant wake in behind it. But when you get closer, you can see that some of these metal plates have hinges on them, and they can swing open and closed. Some of them are open, and there are portholes on the other side with like these bolts that hold them in place. Very few of them are on hinges where you can just kind of open it, and even then they're only like maximum size would be about this big around. But luckily you all are very small, so if any of you were muscular in any sort of way, or more than just skin and bones, you would have trouble fitting through this. But you think that you might be able to fit through these portholes. You don't see any evidence on this side of how it would get into dock. You're coming up, it's coming towards you, so you're looking at its right side. I don't know my nautical terms, so I don't know if that's port or starboard, but...
It's starboard, because port and left have the same letters, right?
Oh, okay, so it's on its starboard side. You don't see any obvious openings for how you actually board the ship normally when it's docked in the harbor. But you've seen one, since you guys live in the docks, you would see these things, and you know that on the port side there is a large section of the plating that swings up, and there are doors in there, and they put a causeway down that lets you, and but circling around to the back, you know that there has to be a hole back there for the engines and the turbines to be. And you go back around there, kind of having to try really hard to navigate this wake and not have it just flip you over. But you get in between where it's nice and calm and start following it. And you can see that there's this, it's like a flap that's kind of sitting on top with the back half of the engine resting beneath it, or the flap is kind of rested on top of it. And you can see there's smoke and steam billowing from the back of this thing through these exhaust ports, and stirring up below the water are the turbines. And this searchlight has passed over you before. It kind of like focused in on you, and you saw people like talking, and then I assume you brought like some fishing tackle.
Oh yeah,
or
I've
whatever.
got it like in a pile in the front of the boat.
Yeah, like
so
a
it's,
bunch of
super
nets and
obvious.
stuff.
I'm in like a fishing coat.
Yeah, you got the classic like fisherman hat and the waxed like yellow coat and everything.
Yeah, the coat.
What was your load
yellow, so
for
I don't
this? I forgot to
light,
ask your
right?
load.
Probably light, yeah.
Yeah, it usually always is.
Yeah.
Can I also ask, when like, is this boat like warship sized or like yacht sized?
It's like It's like 3 stories tall, like 3 decks tall. The decks aren't as big as like a building story, but you can see there's
Yeah, yeah.
3 levels to it.
Okay. I feel like I keep thinking it's a lot bigger than it is, but maybe not.
It's not like a cruise ship.
Yeah,
Nothing
okay.
like that.
That's what I had in my head, and I was like, there's gonna be so many drugs on this thing.
No. It's not cruise ship size. It's
Okay,
like
okay, gotcha.
commercial fishing vessel sized.
Heard.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Or like
That's
a
a little
whaling
bit
ship, if you've
easier.
ever seen like a whaling ship. They're
Okay.
like they're that big. So they're pretty
Okay.
big because they gotta
No, yeah.
they gotta deal with Leviathans and it's armored to the teeth, but
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and now that you're close behind, you can see that kind of sticking out from underneath some of these plates are these massive harpoons that you know are connected to coils of chains anchored into the very like foundation of the ship itself inside.
Mm.
And it's just belching out this black smoke mixed with steam, like in a trail behind it, such that you have to go to the side so that you don't choke on all of the fumes being expelled from this massive engine.
Amazing.
Very cool.
Okay.
So they have noticed you, but they decided to pay you no mind because you look like fishers.
Okay.
Fishers.
Just gotta get y'all off of here so I can keep going.
All right. So how are you gonna get onto the boat or the ship?
Question. So we're at the
I
back of the
can
ship
just
right now.
float.
Yeah, you can just.
Yeah, I
float.
can just see it.
Could you find the
I'm
drugs
good.
while you're there?
Honestly, if you want to, while I try to get Draven on here.
That's true.
Let's just send you to go
find the
scout
drugs,
out
then come
first.
back and then guide you there.
Yo, that's a good idea. Okay. I will turn into mist and float over to the ship.
Okay. Just so you
Ship's
would know,
on.
because your character would know this, the oceans are outside of the lightning barriers. And
Ooh.
so ghosts are like a big problem out here, especially for like Leviathan hunters lost at sea and stuff. Their spirits still haunt the waters and everything. And so people on these boats know how to deal with ghosts and they don't mess around. Not that going on to one is deadly, you just know that you should probably be extra careful around these people knowing that you're a ghost.
It's not like people in a courthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are not the people that will be tricked or scared of you. They are not flight, they are fight.
Mm.
Okay.
Cool. So mommy's gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's something you could gather by just being around the docks all the time. There's Leviathan hunters everywhere.
Yeah.
So you start floating over as this mist. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Draven and Asher, how are you getting Draven close to this ship?
I mean, I could try and row us up as close as I can. Because if I try to get him to the porthole, I have to go out of the wake again, right? Or is it?
To one on the
large
side,
enough?
yeah.
Are there more on the back? Or is that all the flap?
You know that there's like, from spending time around the docks, you know that there's maintenance hatches and stuff on the back, but you're gonna have to get like right up on it. And that's gonna be really hard with a rowboat going against this,
Yeah,
this Leviathan blood-powered ship.
it's fine. Let's see. What do I got?
There we go. Got some ship effects.
Nice. I almost wonder if we could use a grappling hook to pull ourselves closer to it without having to row it,
Oh, maybe.
but climbing gear is a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just for this.
What kind of openings were at the back?
You know, there's several maintenance hatches that lead like into the bowels of the ship.
Okay, on the back. Okay.
I'm gonna send my dog with Ira too. I
Okay.
just
You have a
realized.
little ghost dog floating next to you, Ira.
Just in case. If she gets in trouble, he'll come back to me. I mean, can I try to start rowing forward?
Yeah. you're pretty fit, so even though you're a little weak from your legs being broken and all, the doctor did give you some pretty good painkillers, so
Yeah.
I
Just
think
pop some of those real quick and then
yeah, you're able
Fucking
to
go for
get
it.
close to the back, but you're not going to be able to maintain it for long. You only
jump,
have
jump,
like
jump.
one chance
Jump forward.
before
Jump on the
forward.
boat.
you're not close enough to like jump, but
Ah, hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you're as close as you're gonna get, like a good
Oh, shit.
40 feet away from
Crap.
like the engine itself.
Yeah.
Is this boat? This is coming into the dock, right?
It's heading towards the docks, but you guys met it pretty far out at sea, I think.
Okay.
I think you said you wanted to
Yeah.
Yeah.
get to it and give you guys a reasonable time before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just making sure.
Anything else have a grappling hook that isn't climbing gear?
You could flash back to preparing some sort of harpoon device.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right. Who is it?
I can do that. That's Tinker.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Risky standard.
Yep.
All right.
And you'll take 1 stress for this.
Oh. Horrible.
All right. So yeah, we flash back to you in the workshop, kind of putting a spear into a gun, packing it all with gunpowder, and attaching a big rope to it, to like a spool. And you have that in your hands, looking like Ahab approaching the back of this boat. However, you know your own limitations, that this thing, you're only going to be able to shoot it twice.
Okay. I made sure it was like quiet too, like it wouldn't make any too much noise or.
Well, you have nothing to worry about with noise back here. The
Okay,
engine's
that's-
loud,
Engines
the
are
waves
loud.
are loud. Yeah, you're good with
So,
noise. You could be
what's, like,
screaming at each other and nobody would hear you.
Okay, so what's something I can stand on, like I can land on?
Like
What's
the front of the boat.
Oh, are we in the back of the boat?
Yeah, you're like in the
Alright.
wake right now.
Okay, so do we just want to like?
Asher has gotten you as close as possible to the back. Your closest target is the actual back of the boat or an engine.
Okay, do we want to just shoot the back of the boat then to at least try and get grappled on it? Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Or should I let I should probably let Asher do it since
He's a better shot.
yeah.
Sure, you can take up the oars for him while he lines up the shot.
All right.
All right, make the
Okay,
roll.
just nothing. I'm gonna
You wanna
hunt
push
it.
yourself?
I can try and find it. Yeah, sure.
All right, take 2 stress.
that
You
2?
get 1d.
That's
All right,
Oh.
partial
Oh.
success. There's a explosion as the gunpowder just sends this spear flying, where you hear it punch through the metal as designed and kind of lock into place. The rope goes taut as the ship is your boat is getting dragged by the ship. You won't have a lot of time before this before your boat gets capsized from being dragged along at such a high speed. So you're gonna have to go now, and
All
you're
right,
not
I'm
gonna be
gonna-
able to keep it attached.
I'm gonna go then.
Okay,
I don't know like where exactly I'm going, but I'm just gonna go.
across
Once
the
you're
road.
on the boat,
Yeah.
I can keep going and then.
Okay.
Okay, so Asher, are you keeping the harpoon gun then, or are you giving it to
Yeah,
Draven
because I'll
to
have
take
to
with him?
get back up there to get them and get the
Yeah.
drugs on the boat.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
So I'll have to
so
pull myself back in again.
okay, so yeah, so you stow the harpoon gun after tying the rope off, and pretty much you're just gonna have to release the harpoon once you get up to the engines.
Yeah.
So you start crawling her along the rope over this open, dark, black sea, and you eventually get up to the engine where you can feel the heat radiating off of it. The harpoon itself has heated up where the metal around it is starting to turn red. and you don't think it's going to last very long here before it starts to warp and be unusable. And this is going to hurt. It's like your boots are going to start melting once you step on the engine itself.
Okay, is there anywhere I can step off of, like, the engine? Like, what else is there?
Yeah, you see about 10 feet below you, there's a catwalk, like a maintenance catwalk. But it's going to be a hard landing.
Okay, is that the only thing, too?
Unless you want to climb up on the engine itself and risk getting burned, yeah.
I don't really want to do that. I just got all healed up. Is there... What else is, like, below me besides the catwalk? Is there any, like, place to hide that I can see?
There's the rest of the engine, which kind of, like, dips under the water every now and then, and steam flies up. And then there's the ocean.
Okay, like, no place, like, reasonably high that I can spot right now.
No, this catwalk is the only access to the engine itself. But once you get up towards the ship itself, you can see there are other kind of like balconies on the back, like maintenance access hatches back there.
All right.
So you're going to be in the open as long as you're on this catwalk.
All right. I guess I'm going to have to land on the catwalk then.
Okay.
So I don't burn my feet, please.
Yeah. So, on the way down, how are you going to get the harpoon out of the engine?
Like, how hot does it look right now?
The metal where it is currently touching the engine is starting to turn red.
Okay, could I have like brought like gloves or something, like heat-proof gloves, maybe?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Take it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you, in one motion, it's still hot. Your hands start sweating even in the gloves as you pull the harpoon out, let it go as it, like letting a tape measure go, just starts flying backwards, and there's like you feel like recoil as it locks back into place, Asher, and your boat starts to drift away, as the wake pushes you away. Draven, you swing down, land hard on this catwalk with a loud thud. You think you might have even dented in the metal of it a little bit. Ira, where were you scouting ahead while all this was happening, or were you waiting on Draven?
I was scouting ahead to see if I can find where they are keeping the drugs.
Okay, so you are able to catch up to the boat because you can fly pretty fast, or the ship, and you see there are 3 levels to it. The lowest level is like the maintenance level. That's where the engine is. That's where all the machinery is. Then there's the second. That's like the hunting stations and everything. And then there's the top one, which is where the crew lives.
Where would one keep drugs? That's great. That's a great
Yeah, I don't think you
question,
guys
Jill.
found out where on the boat the drugs.
I think I asked him and he didn't know.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Where would they
secretive
most
thing.
likely keep them? Probably in the place where there are no other people. Probably the lower part of it. I would guess, maybe.
Maybe.
Unless they're
At least
guarding
start
it.
there and then...
Yeah, okay. I'll start by going to the lowest deck.
Okay, sounds good. You kind of drift in through a crack in the plating, through an open porthole. You can see you come into like a kind of like a bathroom. There's like a chamber pot and like a little seat on it, and you go in through this porthole, and you come into the maintenance area below decks. There's chains hanging from the ceiling that kind of sway with the movement of the boat. Everything smells like oil and grease and like steam. Everything around you is hot. There's like pipes that are like rattling with the amount of water and coolant that are coursing through it, heading straight back towards the engine. You're a ghost, so it wouldn't really hurt you if you touched it, but they are very hot. You can at least feel the heat. There's several metal catwalks with like, they're like the what do you call that kind of metal with like all the holes in it and stuff, so you can see up through them. Yeah. And there's several like flights of stairs that go up, a bunch of platforms. There you can see towards the back kind of where you came in, there's this big piston that's like moving around like a train, and that's what's driving this whole operation. And you can follow the machinery as it like spider webs up into the rest of the ship. And way on the other side, you can see there's a large door, like a 10-foot by 10-foot square door with a big handle at the bottom, like a garage door kind of thing.
Excellent.
And that takes up a
Can I
good
go-
half of this part of the ship, behind
Gotcha.
that door.
Is there a way I can go like under the door, or is it completely just like sealed?
Are you gonna float on up to it?
Yeah.
You think that at some point it was completely sealed, but over time, as the heat has expanded the gaskets and all that, their little cracks have begun to show in the seals, and you're able to wriggle your way through one. As you're making your way across, you can hear voices up ahead and see people in these thick rubber boots, these big waders, and long gloves that go up like past their arms, like working on stuff, turning these huge bolts with wrenches that are like as long as their arm, like replacing parts, refilling oil, and all that. That's all taking place on the spot above you. This very bottom floor, there's it's kind of like scooped in like the bottom of a small boat, and there's like a layer of water that has splashed in through all the openings and stuff, and then there's like a grate that goes over it. So not many people are down here at the bottom part of it. And then you can see a large metal, like a trap door, but the door is open like this at the bottom of the boat. And then there's a big apparatus hanging from the ceiling that looks like a diving bell above it.
Can I go in the trapdoor?
That one is completely sealed. All the rubber on it looks brand new. This door is like taken care of like a baby. It's polished, and you can feel underneath it like the waves hitting the bottom of the boat underneath
It
it.
just goes into the ocean.
Yeah, you think if this door goes, the whole boat's gonna go.
Oh, no drugs under there. Did we ever learn like what form these drugs are in? Like a powder, a pill?
Nope.
All this jack
Ulf was
shit.
like, get the drugs.
Yeah.
They're on there.
And we said, yes, sir.
And
All right.
when you squeeze through that seal, you come into what looks like a big warehouse. There's shelves and shelves of these big metal drums that are, and there's hoses coming through the ceiling and like coming down with like a handle. It looks like a gas pump kind of. And there's like tanks, these glass tanks in the wall, in addition to all these barrels sitting around. Probably all the storage for their product here.
Huh, storage you say?
Bingo.
Is there any way I can gauge like what's in these things?
You could like push against them a little bit and cause them to move. A lot of them are like tied down with the steampunk equivalent of ratchet straps. They have to have ratchet straps in the 1800s or whatever.
Sure.
You hear liquid sloshing around in them.
Liquid.
And there's some that is leaked onto the floor through this grate and onto the floor, and you can see it mixing with the water, and it's like a rainbow painted
Oh,
below you,
is
like
it oil?
mixing in with the water.
Does it? Do I have a sense of smell? Can
I think so, yeah. It smells like a mixture of like metal and oil. Like it's got that tang of like iron, but it's still oily and.
Okay. Well, we have one lead as to where they are, but I don't know. God, I don't know what drugs look like. Okay.
Ira would.
Yeah, I would know what drugs look like. She's gonna leave this room.
Okay. At that point, you can see Draven. You are coming up on one of these access hatches. It's like a big bulkhead with a wheel in the middle. There's a few of them throughout the back part of this ship.
Ira or me?
You.
Oh, me. Okay.
You're from the outside looking in. Ira sees a similar thing because it's a door, but...
Okay. So, okay, first off, did we, like, at least... How many... Like, we saw people, like, on the top deck of the ship, right?
Yeah, there were about, like, 6 people on the top deck. And you know, a ship like this staffs, like, anywhere from 50 to 100 people.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on these.
Alright,
Just to
so
keep it running alone is like 20 mechanics.
Alright.
With this complicated of an engine.
Okay, so you said how many doors were in front of me?
There's like 4.
4 doors?
Evenly dispersed throughout the back of the...
Do I hear voices from behind any of them?
It's too loud to hear anything right now. You also see there are metal ladders that go up to like a second floor catwalk above you, and then there's one above that with other bulkheads there as well.
Alright, I wish Silas was here. I guess Ira's somewhere else in the ship. She didn't see me yet. Okay.
Yeah, Ira doesn't see you yet. You're outside and she's inside.
Okay. I guess I'll just eeny, meeny, miny, mow it.
Just pick one.
Yeah, I guess I'll try the furthest left. I'll crack it open just a bit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to... And then you can pull the handle, and with a loud creak, it swings a little bit open.
I don't like that.
And you can hear water dripping and steam hissing on the other side of the door as you look in, and it's a very narrow corridor with pipes on either side, like steam shooting out, like wires and stuff lining the walls. Very narrow little passageway here. You can see there's like panels in the wall with handles that you can open up and all that stuff.
All right. I guess I'll just go. What door is on the other side? Is it the same kind of?
Yep, same kind of like bulkhead.
Great. I hope they're not all like that. I guess I'll go down the hallway.
All right. Yeah, you have to duck under some steam like shooting out through these vents in the pipes. And same story with this bulkhead. You gotta turn the valve or the crank and then open it up, and you kind of creak it open, and you can see up above, same story that I described, you can see those people working on the floors above you. It doesn't look like very many people are coming down here.
All right.
Every so often, like, you'll see like black oil, like an oily substance, drip from below and kind of contribute into the growing pile of sludge underneath this grate under your feet.
Okay. Would it be reasonable to assume that the other 4 or the other 3 doors would be like the same as this? It's like this setup, this hallway setup, or?
Are you gonna look back and see what it looks like back there?
I mean, yeah, just to see.
You'll have to come all the way out of the hallway because the door opened like this, so the door is blocking your vision of the rest of the ship.
Oh, okay. So I don't see anyone like right now.
They're all above you.
Okay.
Nobody on this level.
Nobody
of
on
the
this
first
level.
floor.
And what was this floor like again? I'm sorry.
It's like a grate, a metal grate over the bowed like bottom of the ship, and there's like a layer of oil and water underneath the grate that kind of like splashes up in between every now and then with the lilt of the ship, and so the grate itself is pretty slippery with all the oil and water on it.
All right. Really anxious about doing any more exploring until Ira can at least find maybe where exactly the drugs are. Is there anywhere I can like hide? Because Draven's not exactly the stealthiest boy on the planet.
The bottom is pretty barren, but you can see that big garage door that Ira saw on the other side of the ship. There's also these big like drive shaft like pillars going up in between that you could hide next to, but you can't get too close to them because they're pretty hot and covered in oil.
Okay, I'll go down where Ira was.
Okay.
Place, and there was a like a door.
Yeah, there's like a big garage door.
Okay.
With a handle at the bottom that looks like you have to like pull up on.
All right. Can I like try and peek under it maybe a little bit? See what's.
You're gonna have to start to lift it if you're gonna be able to see under it.
Okay. Can I just lift it a little bit?
Yeah, you see the put your head near, trying not to get your face covered in oil,
Yeah.
and you can see the ghostly form of 2 feet standing on the grate on the other side of this door, and you can see all the bottom of the barrels and stuff stacked up in here.
I will quickly slip under and meet Ira.
Yeah. So Draven has entered this like warehouse area with you, Ira. Jump scare. Scare the ghost.
Dog bites your ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's a little ghost dog floating next to her.
Hi, buddy.
I just imagine Zero from fucking Nightmare Before Christmas.
Honestly, though, bright red nose.
Did you find the drugs?
So no, but there are, well, I don't know. There are containers in there that they keep something in. I think it's just oil, but they seem very... Or Leviathan blood. I didn't even think about that possibility. Oh, that makes me uncomfortable. Okay, well, so there are containers in there. I don't know if that's a likely place where they keep it. It's pretty hot down here, and I don't know if they want to keep their drugs in a temperature-regulated place, you know, like a fridge or something.
Stores my cocaine next to my milk.
But we can certainly look in there more closely.
Is it all barrels?
There's like these big drums that are, and then you also see these like glass, not like glass. It's like tempered glass. You can't see through it very well, but these like big tubes filled with the stuff on the side.
All right.
Probably
This like
not drugs.
inky, like black, thick substance, and
All
then
the
there's
drugs?
like hoses that come down from the ceiling and end in like pumps and everything.
That's all the drums too.
There's a bunch of drums, but they don't have pumps attached to them. They're just like sealed, and they're bound on pallets with like rope and straps and like attached to the wall so they don't slide around. They're in groups of 9. There's like 9 barrels to a pallet.
All right. I could probably just like jostle each one a bit just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be down here.
Can ghosts flash back, perchance?
Yeah, of course, everybody can.
Okay, can Ira flash back and try to, like, eavesdrop on some red sashes or something to hear any word of, like, what their drugs look like or where they would keep them?
Yeah, sure.
Epic. Flashback.
All right, yeah. So you're like floating through Crow's Foot, like hanging around the bars where they frequent. Give me a roll to see how hidden you are.
Cool.
How much information you can gain before being spotted.
Is this a action roll?
Yep, action roll. Risk, position effect doesn't matter for this.
Okay. I'll do
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Oh, mama.
So you're like floating above one of their drug dens and stuff, and all you hear is, you're there during like a handoff where somebody's doing a deal or whatever, and you see a guy walk out of the house with like a little bag in his hand, and as he walks out, he's like picks it up and he's like, ah, man, all sticky again. But then he sees you, flips out and runs away, and you have to get out of there before he calls the spirit wardens.
God damn it. Okay, so it's something sticky.
And put in a bag.
Unless it's
Okay.
not-
Yeah, it's like a little like wax bag that's been like tightly rolled at the top and like sealed with some sort of adhesive. is what you saw.
I'm imagining, you know, like THC wax, where it's like kind of liquidy, but also it's wax.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Like a dab pen.
Yeah.
I could probably ask Stasia if she might know what that is.
Yeah,
Oh,
you could
that's
flash back to that as well. I don't think that's a very complicated flashback with any risk of failure, so that won't cost you any stress. But you could like describe what are you asking her basically? What are you describing?
So I was just trying to figure out what exactly this substance could be. It's in a tight wax bag. The man said it was sticky. Don't know
Bag or
kind
what was in it?
Well, we don't really know what was in it exactly, except it was in a wax bag that was tightly sealed and it was sticky.
So the bag was sticky, or was it?
Was the bag sticky, Ira?
Was it the substance or the bag? I think it was
You-
the substance.
He had the bag in his hand, like it was still sealed. You could still see the wax around the edges, and he was like shaking something off of his hand, and holding the bag in it. Like he had been holding it in his right hand, and then he like grabbed it with one and was like shaking something off of his right hand.
So was it the wax that was sticky?
I think so,
Possibly.
because it was
Well-
still sealed.
Hmm.
Well, something kept in a wax bag that has been sealed makes me think of something that cannot get wet without being ruined. Which makes me think that it's not a plant or anything like that. Maybe some sort of powder where it dissolves if it comes into contact with liquid.
Powder.
At least that's why that's what I need to keep dry the most around here are my powders. When I grind stuff up, I usually try to keep them in jars and stuff to keep them dry.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you.
You're not dealing drugs, are you?
No. No.
That was not a very convincing no, Draven.
Right.
No.
First the
Correct
demons,
no.
then the drugs. How long are you gonna keep doing this, Draven?
Till he says we're done, okay?
Ulf's never done.
Well, then I guess forever.
Be careful.
Will do.
Flashback to the present.
So, I'm going to assume that it's not these things, because I'm now remembering that it was kept in a wax bag.
Like powder, okay.
Most likely a powder, not a liquid. So I think this is just Leviathan blood, which interesting.
So it might be, the drugs might be kept
It's
somewhere
not
close to
Leviathan
the top
ship.
of the ship. To keep
I
it
imagine
water.
somewhere far, far away from water. So yeah, it's a good guess. I can go look up there.
That might be a good idea. Is there anywhere here I can hide so she can go check?
In this room?
Yeah,
Yeah, you could hide behind some barrels.
I'll do that.
Alright. And then Ira, you're gonna float your way up to an upper deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to like the top deck.
The very top, like the roof of the ship? Okay.
Like where like the crew is.
Like their quarter, because there's like there's the lower, then there's the combat deck, and then there's the quarters, and then on top of that, it's the top of the ship where like the searchlight is mounted, and like the pilot's box is up there, but it's not covered. There's no like roof up there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna go to the quarters then.
Okay, so the one below the very, very, very top level.
Yes.
Okay. Meanwhile, outside, Asher, what are you doing?
That's a great question. So I'll Does it look like they're looking for the little boat that we're on at all?
You
They
just see
lost
this
interest.
spotlight kind of just sweeping across the ocean, like in a circle around the ship. It doesn't look like they're looking for anything in particular, it just kind of like meanders around.
Okay. Can I see any of the top deck from where I am right now?
Yeah, you can see the person manning the light, And then you can see other people like scrambling around at the top with like ropes and tools and nets and
And
boxes of
I'll
stuff.
Stay right where the spotlight stays above me.
So
I'll
like
just keep
right up
rowing
next to the ship.
as close as I can get, yeah.
Okay. You are going to get tired within like 10 minutes, I think.
Okay, never mind. Then
Because the ship's
I'll-
going pretty fast.
Shit.
So you know that you're not going to be able to keep up this pace for the whole operation. Your arms are going to give out. Especially in your condition.
And if I were to tie anything to the boat would capsize, yeah?
It's going pretty fast, so if you just try to get like trailed along, it's probably going to drag you under.
Or... Then I'll get out of the wake at the back of it and still keep pretty close to the edge of the boat.
Okay. Even out here, you can't row forever, and this thing is gas powered, and you are not.
Yeah. But I'm gonna try to row to any point where I can find something to, like, tie up to on the side of it.
Like hoist yourself up there.
Well, more, yeah, so then it's, like, kind of just pulling me along with it instead of pulling it forward. Like, you know.
Oh,
like,
somewhere that you can secure both the front and the back, so it's not
yes.
just
Yeah.
dragging you forward. Okay. Sure. Give me a fortune roll with 2D.
Okay. That just, yeah.
Yep. Just like an engagement roll. Okay. As you're rowing, you can feel your biceps aching and like this burn starting. And you can see that there is one of the metal plates has been lifted up, and there is a pipe sticking out of it, like kind of protruding from it. And it's like near the bottom of the water, and that is like one of the few like gaps in the armor that you can see anywhere on the ship right now.
Okay. I'll go up to it and I'll tie her up to the back, loop it around a bunch of times on that pipe, like tie a knot there, and then tie the end of the rope to the front of it.
Okay. Yeah, with a little bit of effort, you could hoist yourself up out of the water so that you're
Okay,
kind of
okay.
like just hovering above it.
Yeah. That's fine.
You could tie the knots in a certain way that would allow you to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see this pipe, you can see this like kind of dark black kind of shimmery substance dripping out of it slowly like a leak. And it's like dripping onto the side of your little boat and running over the side into the water.
Okay. So it's not like filling my boat.
No, it's like a
Okay.
leaky faucet kind of drip.
Okay. And I'll hunker down,
Okay.
get my gun out in my lap, and just watch the top deck.
All right. Sounds good. Meanwhile, Ira, you are kind of coursing through the ship. You want to make a roll for this?
Yes. Kind of prowling around, so I guess I'll
think-
prowl again.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
this is a controlled position because
Okay.
you're a ghost on a very busy ship, and nobody even knows that you're here yet. So, and you're able to go through little gaps and through pipes and stuff.
Okay. Epic win.
All right.
Okay.
You are kind of coursing along, kind of curving around corners really fast before they can see you. There's like this kind of condensation that forms around pipes that you're near, but you're moving quickly enough that it doesn't become obvious that you're there. And you kind of roll up these stairs, these metal stairs up into the crew's quarters, where you can see it's rows and rows of hammocks, about 3 tall, up to the ceiling, and there's these long foot lockers kind of stashed underneath them. And this is the entire front part of the ship. And then to the back, there are these 2 doors that go to parallel hallways on either side of the ship. And you can see, looking through the little windows on the doors, you can see there are big rooms going towards the back. And you can smell the scent of food cooking. And there's lots of voices, like, talking.
Great. Avoiding that for now. I'm going to go the opposite direction.
Okay. So towards the front of the ship?
Yeah.
Yep, following these hammocks all the way back. You do have to stop a few times because you see that there are people sleeping in some of these. There's about a dozen people sleeping here. You think maybe it's the graveyard shift, getting their sleep in before they have to work a long night or something like that. But they are out cold. There are these like electroplasmic bulbs kind of swaying naked up on from the top of the ship. As you make your way towards the front, you can see there is a series of tables, and there's a group of 4 or 5 sailors kind of gathered around, and they're playing cards. Something you've noticed on this ship are there are no open flames whatsoever, anywhere. All of the lamps are electric, and you haven't seen anybody smoking, you haven't seen anything like that.
Gotcha. I'm going to linger around and eavesdrop on these people playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
See what they say.
Yeah, so they are talking about this haul that they got, and like they're trading stories about one time I went down and I speared a Leviathan that was this big, and then somebody's like, oh yeah, well I speared one that was 3 ships long, and somebody's like, I saw one once, it was the size of Duskable, and they're like, nah, there's nothing that big out there, and they're like trading big fish stories, and they're like, yeah, but Frederic over there, I saw him slacking off the other day. You know, we were going on the dive and he was staying up here quaking in his boots, he was, and they all start giving this guy a hard time. Looks to be a Eruvian guy wearing these, they all have these big rubber waders and thick like linen, so it doesn't get heavy when it gets wet. Long sleeve shirts under. And the guy just kind of like looks down and frowns.
Right. Talk about your drugs. Talk about your drugs. Great.
Yeah, drugs never comes up.
Fuck.
We're on the wrong
You're
boat.
boring.
Not even like it's not even that they're like implying it, it's just they're just talking about normal ship to day-to-day ship operations.
Maybe they don't know about it. Or are these, so they're all red sashes, right?
You don't know who runs this boat. You just know that the Red Sashes use these to get drugs from Eruvia.
That's right. Okay. So they probably aren't even aware. I'm going to get bored and leave.
Alright. Draven, you're
going
hiding
to-
this whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue hiking. Was there like an empty barrel or drum or something that I could have like hid under, like Solid Snake kind of?
Solid. Where?
Make a fortune roll, 1d.
Okay.
Yes, there's a whole pallet that hasn't been filled yet. Although when you climb into one, there's still like the oily residue like on the side that gets onto your clothes and stuff.
I just bought these.
And are you gonna put the lid on, or just sitting there with the lid off?
Well, here's the thing. Does it look like... Because I don't want someone to come by and like try to fill up another... Wait, are they... They're not really hunting right now, are they?
They're returning to port.
Okay, so they're not hunting, so I'll probably just, yeah, climb in one in.
Okay, put it over your head. All right. Meanwhile, Asher, you're just hanging out at that pipe. It's a pretty wide
Yeah.
pipe too. Like,
Yeah.
you think that maybe like 2 people could fit in this thing side by side crawling.
Huh.
It would be cramped, but they could do it. And you don't know where it goes. You look through it, and you see it like curves to the right.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah.
Silas!
I don't know how to get my dog back to me. 'Cause I kind of want him to go see where that goes.
I don't know. Did you train him to only be out for certain amounts of time at a time, or?
I mean, I probably tell him to come back and check in every once in a while.
Okay, yeah, you can wait until he like comes by.
Yeah.
I'm sure that in the time that Ira spent watching them play cards, that he would have come back to check on you.
Okay.
Kind of like
Right.
you see like through a little like porthole up at the top, like a hatch kind of opens and a poof of dust comes out, and then it kind of sprinkles down on top of you and reconstitutes into the dog.
Why'd you dust on me, boy? Alright. Alright. You go through this pipe, go find Ira and Draven and Silas. Again?
Sure, Silas stayed on the
And-
boat
Ah.
with you. We'll say that.
He
Oh, okay.
lost.
Hey,
Silas is
Silas.
with you on the boat.
You wanna get in this pipe? We're currently tied to the side of this giant boat in a little dinghy.
Is it a good pipe? Question mark.
Shut up.
Only
I
the
don't
way-
know. I don't know where it goes. I could send my dog first if you want. Alright. Go on,
Alright.
boy. Get.
Send your dog through.
Yeah.
All
See where
right.
it leads. If they're like come back, like see if there's any people right out inside of it or
Okay.
anything,
All right.
then come right back.
Come back and tell you if it's empty.
Yeah.
All right. It goes down. A few minutes later, it comes back and barks at you in affirmation.
Alright. Well, you go take Silas to Ira and Draven.
It barks.
Alright, good boy. Well, I could come with you, but you might have to carry me.
Can you shoot anything from here?
For on the deck, yeah.
Yeah,
on
you
the
can
top
you
deck.
can like the whole boat's kind of like curved in towards the top, so you got a good line of sight to the people up on the top deck.
I was kind of staying in this boat so then we can get all the drugs onto it and then we can get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
Because we're not at the dock yet. We're like out still in the ocean.
You stay. I'll crawl into the pipe.
Yeah, so this pipe has a lot of this oily residue that gets on your hands and your knees. You're having to like constantly be wiping it off so you
I'll
don't
just
slip.
pop my head back out.
Properly
That's-
lubricated.
You
And
can
then
see
keep
it
going.
dripping out of here.
Keep going.
Yeah. So
You've
the
been
dog.
sitting with me here the whole time.
Yeah, true. The dog cuts a right, and you can see 5 feet forward that the pipe curves and goes straight up.
Wait,
Is this pipe being used for anything?
You
Currently.
can like there's like a trickle of like this oily substance that's coming through, but it's nothing more than a leaky faucet would let
A
through.
waste pipe.
I don't think stabbing something into the pipe would be like detrimental at this point. Like if I
It-
stab like
The size of this pipe looks like it's built to take a lot of liquid being moved through it at once. So you don't know what stabbing
do
into it would
do I care about this boat at all? Like if this pipe doesn't work, is that a bad thing? We don't care about this boat.
Do you
right?
know how a Leviathan hunter ship works?
No.
Yeah, you don't know. All you know is that Ulf didn't say what should happen to the ship. He just said he wants the drugs on it.
Okay. I will wipe my hands and try to climb it on my own, but if I don't do that, then
I don't think that's going to be possible with all the oil
Okay.
on it.
Then I will just take out some light climbing gear and just start stabbing stuff into the pipe.
Like
and just,
Python and stuff.
yeah, and just start climbing up.
You got like spurs on, like jamming
Yeah,
them
yeah,
into
yeah.
the wall like a tree.
I mean, if you keep the pythons in there, it'll keep any liquid from
Yeah,
going
true, yeah.
Oh, you
True.
don't rip them out. You leave them in there like
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
I'll leave it in
step
there.
ladder
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
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 You just it's like you have to hammer pretty hard to get it through this metal, but with the help of like an ice pick or a similar tool that's in your pack, you're able to drive them into the wall and give yourself these little studs to kind of work your way up the wall with. Yeah. And you see there's now that you're up on this pipe, there's by the way, your light load. I'm sure you assumed that, but
I assumed, yes.
yeah. You can see that it continues and then it just drops down. There's like a hole. And then it continues upwards at a T from where you are. Another vertical pipe.
There's another vertical pipe and it continues in front of me.
Yeah. It continues for a good while.
Do I
in front
know
of you
where
before dropping
the
off.
other two went?
Well,
or
I
where they
told
were-
my dog to take you to them. So
Oh, okay. I follow the dog.
try and find.
Yeah, the dog's kind of like trotting forward towards that
I
like
will-
hole that is on the bottom of the pipe.
I will follow the dog.
So the dog just kind of like walks over the hole like it's walking on air, turns around and looks down.
I also looked at.
You see it goes down and there is like it's like it goes into a big glass tank and you can see that it's half full of that oily stuff.
Do I see them?
No, it looks like it's a big storage room with a bunch of barrels and stuff in it.
Okay, I'll
I'm
drop. Oh,
Draven's gonna like slowly peek like above like the barrel.
With the thing like on your head like
Yeah,
a hat.
just, like,
yeah, you
yeah.
see like one of the barrels kind of open up and you see Draven like looking around like a oil smeared face.
Silas, find a bunch of barrels you can hide in.
You can't hear him through the glass, but you can see him waving.
do I see a way
Oh, is he not inside?
out
You
of this?
you see him through a tube and up in the ceiling. One of those glass tubes that's on the wall.
Oh, I thought he was actually inside. Okay.
So
He's
this
like
drops,
in the walls.
Okay, I'll just wave them.
So this drops into a glass storage container of oil.
Yeah, you don't see an obvious way out of it.
He can see me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make letters really like thick so that he can read and be like, how do I get out of here?
Is
How
there,
did you
like,
get in here?
From the back of the boat.
back of the boat?
I thought this would be a better way for you. I'm sorry.
Is there any like opening in the wall that I can see from here that he might be able to?
From your vantage point, you can see that there's pipes running in the ceiling here. It's about 10 feet up to the ceiling. And you can see there's a large, like, valve at the top that maybe he could fit through, but you would have to get up there and open it for him because the lever is on
Okay.
your side.
I'll just point up to the ceiling and like try and get him to maybe. Can he like follow the pipe and at least try and see that it goes up?
I'll turn
yeah.
and you see the dog standing at that vertical pipe that you had passed by, Silas.
Okay.
Am I able to climb in and try to open it?
It's 10 feet up in the ceiling.
Okay.
Stand on your barrel.
Oh yeah, I can stand on the barrel maybe. Is that?
Yeah, the barrel is like up to here on you, so you would just barely be able to reach it. You don't think that
Oh.
you'd be able to close it unless you got a little bit taller.
True. Okay, that's probably fine. Maybe. Yeah, probably fine. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
I'll do
you
that.
roll your empty barrel over there, set it up right, balance on top of it as you reach up and open this valve. Oil starts to drip down from above, and you can see, Silas, I assume you get up this vertical one the same way you did, using
Yup.
your remaining pythons to
Yep.
kind of make a little ladder for yourself up, and you can see Draven kind of looking up at you, standing on top of a barrel.
Drop down.
Yeah,
All
Draven
right.
can help down too. Yeah.
You also notice
Can I close it behind me as I'm like
Yeah,
coming
like
down?
Draven could. Well, the lever is like on the outside, so you have to close. You can't like close it, but Draven can like hold you up, and you can close it from there.
Sit on his shoulders.
Yeah. Ira, another thing you notice while you're moving through the ship is nobody has guns. It's all knives and swords and blades. There's no guns to be seen.
I brought a gun to a knife fight, baby.
It's
On a ship
business
full of
time.
oil.
Business time.
Business arc.
Mama.
Ira's business arc. So you're up in the crew quarters. What are you up to? Ira.
I'm gonna go towards the kitchen.
Okay. Start going under the cracks and and heading over.
And I'm going to very much eavesdrop on what they're saying. Because
Yeah.
there are a lot of people talking.
Yeah, you find like a galley. So there's a lot of tables in here. A lot of it looks like it's around like dinner time. So it looks like they're all eating like dinner on the galley. And you're just kind of drifting through, listening in. Give me a fortune roll with 2D.
Aww. Scared.
All right. You hear people talking about like how bad the weather's been, how choppy the sea has been, and all that stuff, and all that stuff, and you're not sure. You don't hear anything immediately useful.
Gosh darn it.
As you were coming up as well, you did pass through that like combat deck area, and it was pretty extensive. Like harpoon guns mounted in the walls. There were some barrels that looked very similar to the ones in the warehouse kind of area that were sitting next to some of these things, and there were like scopes as well that you could look out through and see and all that in the second deck, and then you pass through up to this first deck, and then the hallway continues on past the galley.
Cool. Is there anyone who looks particularly like out of place or like a little bit sketchy anywhere?
Yeah. You see there are two people that are making an obvious concerted effort to keep their faces clean. Like you can see a lot of people have like oil splatters on their face, and like their clothes are all stained and everything, but it looks like these people have like been washing their faces regularly, like you see evidence of like trying to scrub out oil stains.
Yes. I'm going to keep my eye on them.
Yeah, they're sitting like towards the back at a table with about 3 or 4 other sailors.
Cool. I'm going to kind of hover near them.
Okay. Outside still, like looking in through the... Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the longer you stay there, the more the glass of the window fogs because of your cold aura.
Cool. Fuck.
I completely
Can
forgot
I-
you were a ghost.
Yeah, I do be a
The
ghost.
fact that I did
No,
not
she's just
remember.
flying.
I'm going to actually go into the room.
Ow.
Oh, is it sealed?
No, I mean, like, there's a door that's closed
I'm going to under it.
under it. Alright.
Yeah.
It's a pretty busy room. There's a lot of people around. Where are you going?
To the ceiling.
Alright, pooling up against the ceiling.
Yeah. And I'm going to like slowly make my way over to the suspicious looking people.
Yeah. As you're like passing over, you see one guy like exhale and you can see his breath. And he's like looking around. He's like, guys, I'm telling you, something's not right. These
Moon's
seas, there's something wrong upon these waters. And they're like, oh, come on, get over it. That wasn't even a big Leviathan. That was a small one. You should know this. And he's like, I'm telling you guys, my intuition's never wrong. There's something unnatural on this boat. And you make your way past that table and up close to this other one. The two cleaner sailors are they're keeping to themselves mostly. They're not really joining in on a lot of these conversations that they're having, and every so often one of the other sailors will make like a sailor joke, and they'll just give like a half-hearted chuckle and like look around at everybody else's faces.
All right, I'm keeping my eye on them.
All right, just watching to see what they do.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Meanwhile, down in the storage room, Draven and Silas.
I asked for an update of everything that's been happening so far from Draven.
Well, we're kind of waiting on Ira to find where the drugs are. We don't exactly know what they are, except that they're some type of powder, probably in wax paper packaging. It's definitely not down here because if it gets wet, it'll probably get, damaged. It's kind of where we're at.
Do I hear anything outside?
In the actual, like, the rest of the
Like
room?
outside the room. Where, like, there's a door somewhere, right?
Yeah, the door that you, that Draven came in through, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a big garage door looking thing.
Right. Oh. Do I hear anything from
There's
there?
not that many people on this part of the ship.
Yeah,
so-
there's like machinery clattering, people shouting at each other, and the sound of the engine and the ocean beneath you. You can see there's like the little carts, like hand carts with the little forks that go under things, because all of these are like stacked up on pallets and everything.
Has he looked in any of these things yet to see if there's anything in here?
No.
I'll start opening some whatever storage stuff is around here, see if there's anything in here.
Okay. Do you have something to open these with? They are like sealed. You're gonna need like a crowbar or a screwdriver or something like that to open up.
Maybe I won't do that just yet. I could end up taking like some tinkerer's tools or something like that.
Do you
But
have anything in your climbing gear?
Oh.
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 Huh.
No.
Piss.
But if they're sealed, I don't want to do too much. I mean,
It's like a paint
Yeah.
can where it's like you
right,
gotta
right,
get
yeah,
something
like
to pry
prop
it
the top.
open.
Yeah. I'll hold off on that for the time.
Could you
being.
reseal in the same way then?
Yeah, you can pound it back down. It's
Oh,
just you're
okay.
gonna need a
Then I
special
will-
tool to open them.
Okay.
Does
Miska
Draven
Muska,
have
Mickey
anything
Mouse.
that you can take for free? Because I'm about to be loaded out already.
I don't
Or
have
free.
not for free, but I
For
haven't taken
free?
anything yet. I can give you some of my tinkering tools versus screwdriver.
Yeah.
And a hammer.
I'll use that to.
Okay.
Yeah, you use the screwdriver like a chisel and like
Mhm.
pop it open. Yeah, you open up this barrel and the boat's kind of like swaying side to side, so Draven's gotta like hold it steady.
Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj style.
Yeah. And you see that it's filled with this like thick, black, oily substance.
Does it look like regular oil, or does it seem like something?
There's this metallic, like acrid metallic smell to it. It smells kind of like blood.
I will just close that one because obviously that's not drugs.
All right, you want to make a fortune roll for me?
Ooh,
Or just 1d?
no. I really don't want to, but I will.
I really don't want to.
Yeah, I really didn't want to.
D. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do not. You close
I
it
do
up.
not- I do not close it up, or
No, you
or does-
close it up. You.
Oh,
you
okay.
Nothing happens. Nothing
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
I guess that's good.
That's what I meant to say, yeah. Nothing happens.
We'll take it.
Okay. I'll do one more in here just out of curiosity, but
Pop another one.
yeah.
Alright, sure. What do you do with it? You just, like, kind of look in it?
Yeah, I mean, if stuff's sloshing around, if it's probably heavy, so I'll try to, like, rock it a little bit just to see if there's any noise or anything that comes from in there. But other than that, no.
Yeah, sure. You see something, like white, like briefly show up in the liquid.
Near the bottom, near the top.
It just inside, as the oil is like sloshing around, it briefly uncovers and then covers back up.
I will write to Draven that there's something in there.
Okay.
And then I'll give you a coin if you stick your hand in there.
Do I know like what this stuff would do to me? Like I'm
Oil?
pretty sure. Well, it's
Leviathan blood.
Make you wet.
Python blood, yeah.
It's gonna be hard to get off, and if it stays on your skin enough to be absorbed into your bloodstream, that would be bad.
Okay.
But that's a while, so like it would have to be on there for hours before that happens. But you don't think
okay.
it will do anything immediately bad for you?
I mean, I guess I could just try and wipe it off as much as I can, like into the barrel after I reach my hands in. So.
Are you wearing gloves?
Yeah, I'll wear gloves for this.
Alright.
Sure.
You reach in. There is something in there.
Can I grab it?
Yeah, you grab hold of it, pull, it's pretty heavy, and you pull this large bag out of it, and the oil level kind of drops when you pull it out, and it's like blooming out, bulging out on the bottom, and it's covered in wax and kind of rolled and sealed at the top, and it's like this big of a bag, like a big old potato sack kind of thing, and you can see the oil just kind of like running off of it, and like hydrophobic material.
Right. I'll just look at Silas. I'll look at Silas and just nod.
Raven Simone.
The dog, Kara's dog.
Or I could see.
Who, Morbius?
No, wait, not that one.
Or no, Raven, Shannon.
The other bags are probably in these barrels then.
This thing is heavy. It's like at least 10 pounds.
Okay.
There's a lot of drugs.
How many do I think I could carry until I can't like carry anymore?
Like 5.
5 bags. Okay.
Bye,
You know how
bag.
much drugs we're looking for?
Ulf just said there's a lot,
Okay.
and he needs it all.
What's your dog's name, Shannon? Do you have a dog's
I
name?
think it was Kiel. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Is your dog around still?
Yeah, he's gonna.
Oh,
If y'all want to go send him to find Ira, he'll listen to you too.
Okay. Let's do that.
yeah, I'll just point at the dog.
It's standing there and
Say
waiting
something.
for a command.
I look at Draven expectively.
Oh, yes. We should. Can you go find Ira for me? For us.
And it floats up into the ceiling.
Dude, I love having a ghost dog. This is so fun.
Meanwhile, in the galley, you see those two guys that you were watching kind of get up from their seats and excuse themselves. And they go, they leave the galley. They start to walk away. They're like rubbing their arms, like, it's chilling here.
I'm going to hang back a little bit, but I'm still going to like trail them.
Okay, yeah. You want to give me an action roll?
Yeah, I love action rolls.
Lights, camera, action.
Is this does the position matter?
My favorite season
I
of
think
Total
it will be
Divine.
risky at this point.
Okay, cool. okay.
Okay. You hear them start to talk, And as you like drift out of the galley, they like look over their shoulders and look around, and one of them says, "Maybe we should go below for this discussion." And they start to walk towards the stairs leading down. You're on the first floor, the very top floor, and they're going downstairs.
To like the third, like the lowest floor?
You're not sure
Or
where they're
the-
heading, but they're heading down, so they're at least going to the second deck.
Okay. I'm also going to go down.
Okay, follow them. Kind of keeping into your misty form where they don't see
Yep.
you. And one of them keeps like looking over his shoulder. It's like feels like somebody's watching us. And they're just like,
Oh.
"Nah, you're just being paranoid." And you continue to follow them as they're kind of looking around on this second deck here, and you see one of them kind of walks up to a barrel and kind of like tips it a bit and looks down towards the bottom, and then kind of sets it back down. And then one of them, other guy looks at him and he just kind of gives a slight nod and keeps going. And they're kind of walking through the second deck, heading towards the back, where you saw that the stairs that lead down to the third deck are.
Okay, I'm gonna go in a different direction,
Okay.
but still go to the third floor.
Okay, find like a crack and some plates or whatever and get down there. Asher, you are close to the water, so below you, in the water, you see something blot out the stars beneath the waves and then pass by, coming from your right and then looking like it passes under the ship.
Oh, holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, I hate this.
This is always the thing in video games I hate the most, when there's like open water and you don't. know
And you
what's
see
gonna
a
pop out of it.
shadow underneath you.
Yeah, you didn't see any
Like a
sort of
potato blade.
shape. You just saw like something blot out the stars and pass
Oh.
below you.
I don't like
That's even
any
worse.
of what's
Is it
happening.
still passing under me, or is it gone already?
It takes
Like
longer
how-
than you would expect for it to completely pass through.
We're
Okay,
dead.
cool.
And Xenoblade sometimes like super high levels
Uh.
just like shoot out of the water when you're swimming, and it freaks me out every time. Makes me pee.
Alright, well,
So
shit.
Draven and Silas, what are you up to?
Um,
guess we're-
That's
I
just
took
having a
up-
panic attack
Yeah.
outside.
ironically, unknowingly, Silas is also having a little panic attack just out of nowhere in the corner. Just freaks out momentarily while Draven is doing his thing. Just just drops to the floor and just rolls like stop, drop, and roll style to the corner, and it just like curls up for a
Yeah,
second.
you get covered in oil.
Great.
You're covered.
That freaks me out even more.
I guess I'll just check the other barrels to see if there's any more bags. If I can only carry 5
How many?
more.
There's a lot in here. A lot of barrels.
God.
We have to get them all out. I
Was
mean,
there any marking on the barrel that we found the bag in that like indicated it was different from the others?
Oh, give me an action roll.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Action roll.
Oh.
With survey, sure.
Sure.
Risky standard or?
Yep.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
Nice. Only one die and you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give this one a thorough like inspection, and you can see there's a little triangle carved out of the bottom part of the like there's a chip missing at the bottom.
Okay.
But it looks
Um,
very deliberately cut. Like this isn't like some wear and tear. Like this
I
was
will
done
put-
with tools.
All right. I will point that out to Silas and see if I can get him to help me with finding the other barrels that have that marking.
Okay.
I take like another 2 minutes to just freeze in the corner, as I'm now covered in oil and I hate everything. But then I
Listen,
snap
I'm-
out of it.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
like
this
up in your hair, like clumping your hair.
We just gotta find these bags and then we can leave.
I will start while he's doing all that. I will go back to the barrel under the valve thing, and I will open it and I will try to like toss the bag up into the pipe.
Smart.
Okay. like stack up a few barrels like steps and then climb up there and start putting bags up in the pipe. Yeah.
Yeah. So that we can transport them back that way, the way that I came.
Yeah, sounds good. So you're up to your elbow is just pure oil, just like running down your arm and
I'm
everything.
wiping it off as I go too, and like back to the barrel, so I don't have to keep it on me too much.
And you get a good like 4 of these 10-pound bags out and pass them to Silas, who's putting them up in the ceiling. When you hear footsteps, like you can feel the grate under your feet shake. As Ira, you see that these 2 have made their way down onto the 3rd deck, and they're starting to make their way down to the very bottom floor.
Oh God. Can I knock something over to distract them?
Yeah. What around you are you gonna?
Are there things like, I don't know, it has to be small, I can't really move much. Are there things like on shelves at all? Like little packages or something?
You're up on like the maintenance catwalks, so the most that would be up here, like there's like a toolbox maybe like sitting on the like on the catwalk and something like that.
Okay, I will knock that bad boy down.
Okay, just slap it off. It tumbles down onto the bottom floor and just explodes all over the floor. Like tools go everywhere, and you just hear people go, "Oh no!" And you hear, "Hey, you 2, go pick those up and bring them back up here. We gotta get this thing up and running. We're leaking oil like crazy." The starboard pipe, the drainage pipe, it's stuck open. We gotta get this thing fixed ASAP before that blood lures something big.
Oh no.
Oh.
Which side of the boat am I on?
Raven's arms.
You're on the starboard side.
Neato.
You look up. At this point, like it cuts to you just like looking up at this giant pipe sitting there like jutting out from this panel, like lifted up, and you're like tied to it. And you're looking at it, and underneath it you can see these runners with like gears and stuff attached to it, and you're like, huh. And it kind of like, as the ship rocks, you see the pipe kind of like moves as if it wants to go into the ship, but like something is stopping it, and then when it comes back,
so I didn't do it. I didn't open it.
No, this was open when you came by.
Oh, I'm so dead. Anyway.
Okay. Just open up your mouth and eat all the oil that's coming out, so that nothing gets in the water anymore.
Eats the oil faster than it can get out.
Yeah.
Were those all the bags that we found in that room?
No, you're still opening barrels. There's a lot of barrels in here.
Oh my god. All right.
You've got a pile of like 8 of them now.
Okay. And we're throwing them like up that hatch.
Yeah, you're running out of space though, Silas.
Okay, I will start transporting because I have like a path to get back.
Yeah, you put up those pythons and stuff.
Right, and they're in oil. They were in oil, so I would assume they won't get wet because there's not as much oil
this
here.
seems like a waterproof bag that they're in.
So I will start, while he continues to sift through those, I'm going to start with the 8 that I have, just like sliding them through and then down.
Pushing them in front of you.
Right. And then out to... Asha won't be able to like climb up and get them still, but I'll drop them down.
Try.
You
could like reach up and like take them as they come out of the pipe, yeah.
Okay, solid.
Sure. So yeah, you start you start like taking the bags, and they're really heavy with your sore arms from rowing all this, and you start like putting them down. Like did you guys bring something to put them in, or where are you storing?
Well, I was gonna say like we could take all the fishing gear that we had, throw that overboard, and put all the drugs under the net that we have. And then take it that way.
Yeah, you have like a big pile of nets and stuff.
Yeah. So like just throw all the excess stuff now that
So you're just gonna leave them as like bags? Like
I don't see why not.
Okay, you're just going to stack the bags up and then throw a bunch of stuff over top of them.
Yeah, because then
Okay.
we can get back to the dock and go to our warehouse and throw it underneath our pile of shit there.
All right.
And then
Sounds good.
maybe we shouldn't.
Meanwhile, Ira, you're watching these guys like clean up the mess you made, like put the tools back, wipe them off of all the oil, put them back in the thing, and they're like grumbling. They're like, I hate delivery duty.
It's not delivery. It's just short.
I hope that these two lads are hurrying the fuck up.
And yeah, they're one of them's like, I'm never signing up for this again, no matter how good the cut is.
Going as fast as you can.
Yeah, so you
Hurry
got
up.
you got the 8 bags on the boat with Asher. You've got another 8 extracted from these barrels. Asher, as you're hitting like the 10 bag mark, so about 100 pounds, you think that this boat is going to have trouble with all of this stuff.
Shit.
Chuck my wheelchair over the side of the boat.
Oh.
It sinks into the depths.
How much?
Oh, no.
Well, I guess I should ask. But how much weight would that leave us? Would that?
You can get
Oh.
another 2 or 3 bags with that.
Okay.
Is it worth it?
I don't know, because we need all of it.
That's true.
Yeah.
We can get another wheelchair.
You do see way up towards the top deck, there are lifeboats hanging off the side up there with these like winches kind of holding them up. There's 3 on each side of the boat. They look very similar to your kind of boat, but a little smaller. A little narrower, at least.
How close to is it? Like all the way at the very top of the boat?
Yeah, they're like up on these kind of curved metal pieces with like rope, and they're swaying at the very top deck.
They connect it with rope.
You would need a lot of rope to like get it up.
No,
there.
no, I mean like, are they connected to something with rope? Like the.
Yeah, they're tied into the bars holding them there.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
that rope is then on a winch where you like crank it down.
How easy a shot?
For you and how much you're practicing, pretty easy, but you would still have to roll for it.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you would, I think you would be in a controlled position. Well, actually no, because the boat is swaying.
Well, I was gonna say, if my dog comes back, I'm gonna have him go all the way up to the top and start barking on the opposite side of the boat.
Oh, and get people to like go over to the boat.
Yes.
All right. So the dog floats
This is
over to the side and starts barking. There is pandemonium on the top deck. People are screaming. You see people like tearing at their clothes, pulling out spirit bane charms. They're like,
Uh-oh.
we didn't bring no dog aboard. And they're like,
Ira, get out here.
they're like scrambling all over the top deck. Like there's chaos.
Okay. Phew.
Yeah.
I want to try to get both strings in one shot.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
So it just falls down.
Yeah, make an action
'Cause
roll.
I feel like they wouldn't hear the shot, right? It's
Oh
too
no,
loud
it's
down
very
here.
loud. Yeah.
Okay.
Make an action roll. You're in a controlled. Well, no, because of the sway of the boat. Yeah, risky. I think.
3 stress left. Should I push myself? I think I
Yeah.
probably would.
2
Okay.
stress, 4 plus 1.
Okay, let's do this. Cross your fingers, guys.
Oh no.
I hate everything. Ay.
Your shot goes through the bottom of the boat, blowing a
Yes.
hole in the bottom of the boat.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ha.
Our boat?
Hey, can you
No,
resist
the
that?
lifeboat.
Huh?
Can you resist that consequence?
I don't think I have the stress to do that.
Trauma out.
How much
Interesting.
stress are you
I
at?
mean,
Oh, yeah.
I got 1 left.
Oh, I thought you said you started with 3. Oh,
No, I meant I had 3 left.
Oh no.
It's not good.
Oh, never mind then.
Hmm.
Just so you know, resisting the consequence can't make you succeed. It can only make the consequence less bad.
Okay. Dog's
While we're
gonna
on
come
the
back
subject
after
of
he
traumaing
makes
out,
the distraction too.
how does that, like, I know you're out of the scene, but is your character still there? You just can't do anything? Or does your
Yeah,
character,
basically
like,
your character is like cowering on the escape route or something like that.
Gotcha.
Or they leave. In this case,
Asher
they
doesn't
would
just,
probably
like,
just be on the
magically-
boat.
Okay, yeah, Asher doesn't just, like, vanish
Row
back to
away.
shore or something like that. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Draven and Silas, you're still pulling bags out of these things. You got a big stack here. Like another 100 pounds of drugs. There's
If
a
I
lot
put some at
here.
the back of the boat, it's not a balance issue.
It's a pure weight issue. Like you can hear your rope starting to like creak and strain. As we can hear in the sound effects right now, actually. While you're thinking about that, Ira, what are you doing? These guys are almost done with their tools.
Is there anything up here I can break that they would have to fix?
In what way?
Like, well, I can't really touch anything. Fuck!
You can move like small objects and like, but you can't like fling an axe or something like that.
Right. Is there something I can like untie and make fall and then break and then they have to fix it or something?
There is the diving bell, which is suspended over that thing, but that is like chains on a winch. And I think you would be able to slowly undo the winch, like start cranking the winch, but it would go so slowly. Or there's an emergency release, but it is way too heavy for the amount of force that you can exert in your ghost form.
Gosh darn it, if only I had that little ability.
There are people like up on these kind of like swings, like the ones that you use to wash windows. They're hanging from these big pipes on top, and they are replacing bolts in the places where these pipes kind of join. That's a majority of what work is going on down here.
Can I... Also, if people die out here, the bell doesn't toll, right? Because we're outside of...
Yeah, the spirit wardens don't reach out here.
Good to know.
Changes things.
Yeah.
Let's just start blasting.
However,
let's kill everybody.
There's like 100
Ghosts.
people on this boat.
Yeah,
That means there's nobody to deal with the ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ira's a ghost. You could just convert them to our side, and then we have an army of ghosts. Just gaslight the ghosts into not attacking
Gaslight
us.
the ghosts.
Gaslighting even in death.
I'm going to... So the people on the pipes, like working on the pipes, are they standing on something?
They're on like those swings like that you use to wash windows with. They have them like looped around the pipe and are like sitting on them and like wrenches and replacing bolts.
Can I unloop it and make them fall?
Oh,
You would
really
have
are?
to make a
Oh,
roll
okay.
because that's pretty exposed, so you would have to roll to see if they see you or not.
They're definitely gonna see me. Fuck. Okay.
Simply be seen.
You can push yourself.
Sure.
I will push myself.
Alright. Take 2 drain.
Better than I did.
You got this, queen.
Alright, mommy's gonna roll.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna roll.
Mommy, look.
I'm gonna
Go,
roll
mommy, go.
finesse. Is it risky or desperate?
No, it's just risky at this point.
Okay.
Go,
I think
mommy,
it may
go.
turn into desperate if you roll badly.
Mommy.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright. You manage to get one like half of it untied before you have to like get out of the way. And this guy like feels his seat drop out beneath him, and he reaches up and grabs the other rope, and he's just hanging there. He's like, "Help! Help me!" And then he looks and he sees that the rope, his seat, was threaded with two sides of the rope, and it's starting to slip on the slick oil, and he's like falling down very slowly, and people are panicking. They're like running over. They're like, we'll catch you, and like underneath him and everything like that. The other guy on the swing is trying to like scoot his over by moving the loops to see if he's like reaching out to him, seeing if he can grab his hand. Meanwhile, inside, you think that you've gotten all the marked barrels. You've got another like 120 pounds of drugs here to go.
Okay.
So you're hauling about 250 pounds on your boat.
Do we have any like life preserver things on this boat?
On your boat?
Yeah,
Did you pack some?
maybe.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, because I'm thinking if we like tie like some bag onto that and just like tie it to a rope behind us, because then that takes some weight.
As long as they don't get wet. If they get wet.
They're in that wax. If they've been in oil this entire time,
That is true. I was thinking about like how many bags we could put in a barrel before the barrel would sink. But if
well, we don't want to be dragging a barrel behind us if that spotlight sees us.
yeah, that's true.
That ship would reach us.
Let's
in
flash
2
back
seconds.
to having another boat. We anticipated this, and we brought two
You-
boats. of one
You
boat.
you could do that, and you could do that.
Got it.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right.
I will
damn.
anticipate. You know,
we brought an
know it's-
inflatable boat.
we know it's a
into
lot of drugs, so we brought a pop-up boat.
Yeah, you're like, you're sitting there, you're writing like, what if this boat isn't enough?
Yeah.
And people are like, nah, it's gonna be enough. And you're like, but what if it isn't?
Oh, yeah. What if?
And you guys are
Hold
like, in the
Asher like
last
sees
thing-
sees the rope start creaking, and he's like, "God damn it!" And he starts blowing on this stupid fucking boat.
Yeah, it's not even like a ripcord. You have to manually inflate it.
We let Asher do it because we assume he's just gonna sit there the whole time.
He was so hoping he didn't need to because he wanted to be right.
We left all the air pumps in the explosion.
Yeah, you did.
Oh fuck, we did.
So you're sitting there
Ah.
inflating
Oh, I'm gonna fucking
this.
pass out.
It is like bright yellow. It's like a kid's like
Fucking shit.
kiddie boat.
I'm gonna.
It has ducks
Once
on the
they're-
side.
I'm
Yeah, it's,
gonna,
it's
like-
duck shaped, like it has a head.
I'm gonna throw some of the drugs in there that we already have, and I'm gonna tie a couple nets on top of it so you can't really see.
Okay.
Throw some
We have a
more
lot of
fishing
real
gear
estate
on
with a
top
duck
of it.
head. You can tie a lot of stuff to the deck.
After Draven makes sure all the bags are out, he's gonna try and put everything back where it was as best as he can, and he's gonna leave out the
Okay.
hatch.
Sure.
Are there other white? I don't know if I can ask you that.
We won't be
I'm
able to
not there.
close the hatch.
Can you still close it? You just can't open it.
No, you can't close it from
You
inside.
certainly
The
can't
handle's
close
on
it
the
from
outside,
Yeah.
and you got it. It's one of those like seal it kind of thing. like,
Tie a string to it.
Yeah, could we tie like?
It's heavy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought it was heavy.
I know. I mean,
wait,
what do
hang
we care? At this
I guess,
point.
yeah, if we're getting out of here, you know, it doesn't.
Yeah.
They're gonna assume something happened anyway.
Could could Draven have like magnets or something to like kind of pull it back in, or does it have to like latch to?
There's a latch to it.
Fuck. Okay.
You could use like a very powerful magnet to close it, but you would have no way of securing the mechanism to keep it in place.
Would there be something that I could like tie the magnets to like outside to like hold it up?
Oh, like
make it
leave
seem
the
like it's
magnets
closed?
there and anchor them inside the pipe?
Yeah, to make it seem like it's closed at least.
Yeah, you could do that. You could.
Okay.
I think you
So
could
I
have
would-
some industrial magnets in your tinker's tools.
So
Yeah.
at least that, you know, not close inspection or look like the room is still as it was.
Sure, yeah.
And hopefully by the time they start looking for the trucks, we'll be long gone from there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so Asher, you have this inflatable boat half inflated. It's hard. And all
Okay,
of a
okay,
sudden,
take some more of the painkillers.
yeah. All of a sudden you hear a and the boat like shakes.
not our duck boat. Anything but.
Oh, not the fucking
Not your boat,
Leviathan
the
thing.
Leviathan
Oh.
hunter ship.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
There's a dull metallic thunk, and inside the boat you can see the guy hanging from the rope is like swaying back and forth as the boat is like tipping to the side, and you just hear a thunk, and as it
We're
like
blowing faster.
rocks again, and below you can see, like, under the ship as you're inflating it, there's that dark shadow spread out exactly under the ship, and it comes to the surface, and you briefly get a glance of jet black, completely smooth skin just ram into the bottom of the ship.
Okay, Kale, go get Iron the boys right now. We gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't care if they have everything. Go get them and tell them to come back here.
Dog just just charges into the boat.
Gives me the surprise Pikachu face.
Yeah. Inside, the guy swinging, you see his arm covered in oil. As the second time that something slams into the bottom of the boat, his hand slips and he falls to the ground, and you hear a loud crack from inside of the room as you hear, like, shouts of horror from inside. Ira, you just saw this guy fall off a rope and basically break himself in half on the floor.
I guess they didn't catch him like they said they would.
He was swaying back and forth and kind of, like, flung off the end of it.
Can't trust anybody these days.
But you three inside the boat, something is slamming against the bottom of the boat.
Gotta get the fuck out.
And it's causing everything to, like, shake. There's mass panic inside. And, yeah, what?
Did we
Silas.
get the drugs to our boats at least? Or there's
You have them, like, waiting in the pipe to put in the inflatable boat once Asher's done inflating it.
Okay.
So you're,
Well,
like,
if I'm
sitting
done
right on
inflating,
the edge.
I'll try
Blow
to faster.
Okay.
I am blowing as fast as I can.
Be better.
I don't have as good a technique as you, I'm sorry.
There's another inside, and Ira, you see the metal doors fold a bit at the bottom of the boat. They bend as something dents inward, and inside the boat you hear an alarm start going off, like a bell, like a klaxon going off, and you hear through this, like, horn that you see has been mounted to the ceiling, you hear, "Battle stations! We repeat, this is not a drill!" And you see people start flipping out. They start charging up to the top. Asher, you're outside of the boat. You see those metal panels start lifting up as these harpoon guns start sliding out row by row down the boat. And there's another... And inside, Ira, you can see a tiny jet of water in the floor just go...
Ooh, no.
Oh.
Get out of
Yeah, we're
there.
gonna go.
And you see somebody like swinging. People are like swinging down on chains with these like welding, like a tank on their back and like a welder, and they're coming down with these metal plates and like hurriedly welding these plates onto this thing. Asher, you almost have it inflated. It's almost seaworthy. What are you three doing?
Just ready to chuck some drugs out. Like,
All right.
Yeah.
If he's blowing up the boat, I can't do much.
All right. Sounds good.
I guess I can drop down and. I mean, are you doing all right? If I try to do it, will it go faster?
Well, you think, I mean, you get the idea that Asher's gonna need to row like crazy out of here, so.
Yeah.
All right.
You take over. I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. I'll finish blowing up the boat.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna die. I actually just got done rowing behind a giant boat. Stopped for like an hour maybe.
It's like that
Yeah.
scene in Airplane where they're inflating the autopilot. The duck is just like staring down at Silas's head as he's down. Like,
I hate my life. I hate my life. I hate my life.
in
I
between
hate my team right now. Go.
another spurt of water
Where's
on
my
the
dog and my
inside.
sister?
Ira, what are you doing inside?
Have
You're just
all over
watching pandemonium unfold.
She's like, oh great. I think I should leave.
It's
I have an idea. Let's leave.
I have an idea. Let's leave.
You hear you're just going through that pipe and getting out.
Yeah.
You hear a low outside.
Bad,
Is that a
bad,
whale?
bad,
Splitting
bad.
half. That's the
Is
sound
there
it
a whale?
made.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And Asher, from where you're catching your breath, you see this long black tendril with these bright white suckers on it flop up out of the water and slap onto the side of the boat, and you hear this as it kind of sticks onto the boat, and you see the muscles, these giant like cables of muscle flex and start like tipping the boat to the side. Your boat is like tipping away from it as it's being dragged down.
I'm gonna hold on to the one side of the rope and shoot the end of it, so that we're still tied on, but we're not attached anymore. So that like we'll stay there, but I'm gonna hold it.
Yeah. A shot rings out as you detach the rope for the most part. Draven's still sitting there with the drugs in hand, like ready to chuck him in. Ira, you sitting in the boat. You see a harpoon just as you hear the rattling of a chain and as this black liquid spurts out of this tentacle as you hear it as the suckers all come undone and it flops down to the ground, splashes water all up over the side, and there is another, and you see your rope on the oil on the pipe is slipping towards the edge.
Right.
Silas, you're almost there. Just a few minutes longer.
Oh, that's a lot.
I blow as fast as I can.
All right, yeah. Ira, Draven, and Asher, you see a smaller tendril kind of flop up towards your pipe and wrap around your boat and slap onto the pipe, kind of like holding you in place, but not attached to the boat. It's like wrapped around your boat and holding on to the pipe. As you see the boat start to tip and the muscles are flexing and you see something rising to the surface, like it's pulling itself up.
I beg to differ, it doesn't do that.
Let's get we gotta get out of here. The second Silas has the boat inflated and starts throwing stuff in, I'm gonna shoot that tentacle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll and as that happens, I'll start putting the drugs in.
All right, yeah. As you're halfway through filling this up, you hear a thunk, thunk, as your rope starts to fray and split towards the top.
As long as we have everything on here, that's fine.
Yep.
You're halfway done with the drugs. You still got a few more to go. Like
Draven,
about
go,
50
go,
more
go.
pounds.
You're
just dumping them out of the pipe,
As long as they land onto the boat, it's fine.
Yeah, the extra weight just slapping onto the boat snaps the rope, and the boat kind of tips backwards, and the only thing holding you guys there is the tentacle suckers as they suck onto your...
Draven, jump!
Draven's jumping on the boat.
Alright, you jump
as
and
soon as they're all gone,
a sucker just unsticks, and you're just hanging there.
I
the
shoot
is
the
tilting.
tentacle.
Alright, you shoot it. Would you like to
I'll
make a
shoot
roll?
where the tentacle is.
Alright,
Or where the sucker is.
would you like to make a roll for me?
Yeah, risky? Or you're desperate?
Risky.
I hate everything.
Alright, a shot rings out and you hit the tentacle itself, and this black stuff kind of sprays all over you. And another one comes up and wraps around as it starts pulling you down towards the water.
I'll stab the other one.
Alright, make a roll.
Can I make a good shot today, please?
Please.
Okay, yeah, you go into like a stabbing, like like prying the suckers off, and then it just falls, and you fall 6 feet down, splashing into the water. Your boat starts to sink as you have to throw the duck boat behind you.
Yeah.
I assume you had already tied it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're towing it
Let
behind
the
you.
current of this boat kind of carry us back a ways.
And you hear this come from beneath you, and that body once again slams into the bottom of the ship. You can see this thing is longer than the Leviathan hunter ship. Like, you see a tail come up towards the engine and just kind of slap against the engine. Steam kind of bursts off from all this water there, and as you start furiously rowing away from the ship, and you see the tip of a tentacle arc up over the ship and grab it and kind of pull it to the side before getting shot off by a harpoon gun, and the boat tips over and sends a wave that just pushes you away from the boat.
Nice.
Fine.
sending you into like a spin kind of.
I'll wait to kind of correct ourselves until we're out of the
Mhm.
like wake.
Yeah, you're a good 100 feet away from this ship, and you can see the lights on it start to flicker.
Alright, let's go home.
You look around, and do you remember which way the port is? You spun around.
We can still see the ship though, right? The lights are.
Yeah, you can
clearly
see
out.
which way the ship is facing.
Yeah, so it's
All
to
right,
the.
start
it's
going the
to
way the ship
starboard.
is.
Yeah,
All right, yeah. You see the ship
if we got up to yeah.
start to turn as more and more of these like these spring powered or air powered harpoons go out. There is no gunshots whatsoever as this thing just keeps smashing into the bottom of this. You can see it is starting to like get lower in the water as you can see the water line of the boat is almost to that pipe that you were tied to, and you know that that pipe leads directly into the engine itself because it is the waste disposal thing. So you guys just rowing away?
Yeah, row your boat.
Okay. You see there
Wash
are people.
the blood off the side of our boat.
Yeah, start scrubbing
moving.
everything clean.
Yeah.
There is a
Scrubbing stylus clean.
yeah, you see these shapes in like the flickering lights of this Leviathan hunter ship, people leaping off of it, like
Oh.
tied in harnesses with these spears. They're like going down and they're like stabbing down at the water, and you can see like this oily substance is starting to spread across the water.
Nice.
The lights flicker again as the ship tilts, and then when it snaps back, you see this huge burst of steam from the back of it that cascades into the sky, and then it stops moving, dead in the water.
There goes the
Oof.
engine.
That sucks.
And then you keep rowing away, and one by one the lights start to go out on the ship. And the last thing to go out is this searchlight, just, and you are in
No.
total darkness. And you can still hear like screams and fighting and like metal being bent and crushed and the sound of the harpoons kind of thunk, thunk, thunk. But you can't see anything. It's just pitch black in that area.
Yeah.
As you're rowing away.
At
Pee a
some
little
point,
bit again.
Asher has to get Draven to row for a little bit because
Yeah,
with it being
trade for
completely
lights.
dark and cold, he's kind of having a panic moment. Like all he can see is like Iris goes, like that's the only kind of light. So he's just like, ah.
So whoever's doing a
Great call
majority
out.
of the rolling, give me an action roll to see your navigation skills in the total darkness. With
I am clutching the neck of the duck for emotional support.
yeah, you have it like right behind you.
Yeah,
like-
I'm just stopping.
Asher can
into
do
the
it
duck.
for most of the time. It just has to take a minute. Unless Draven
There,
wants to.
we've
That's fine.
brought like a compass or something to help us out.
Sure, yeah, you could have brought one
I
of
don't know
those.
what that would be though. Like,
It would increase your effect.
Okay.
I just don't know what to mark that as.
It's when you go to roll, you would click great effect instead of standard.
I mean, like the item. Like
Oh,
the
it's
mic.
just something that you can have.
Oh, okay. So,
Whiskey standard.
so who's rolling? Me?
Whoever's doing a majority
Oh.
of the rowing or navigating.
How's your survey?
Okay, I can. Draven can row most of the time.
Sure.
Survey, I hardly know her.
So
that's-
true.
1d plus 1d.
No,
Sure.
it's great effect.
Great effect. Oh. Okay.
So if you want to push yourself, you can.
Alright,
Me
there's some
no,
great.
no.
Please.
Okay. You get a little turned around every now and then. Every so often you'll go into these areas where everything is quiet and you see these shapes moving underneath you and your compass just starts spinning.
Oh shit.
And then
It's like the points where Asher has to like stop. And
yeah, you like
You
sit
take 'em, you take 'em.
completely still,
Yeah.
and then it passes by and then it swings back into its proper orientation. So it takes you a lot longer to get towards the docks. as the faint little pieces of the sun, the embers of the shattered sun, start to slowly glow brighter for the brightest time of day, dawn, as you see the docks of Duskfall in the distance.
I'm having a full castaway talk to a volleyball moment with this duck, right? Like the entire time.
You're like trauma dumping on
Are
this
you
duck.
on the duck boat? Are you not on our boat?
I'm on our boat, but I'm holding the duck very close to my head, and I'm like having very hushed, like paranoid conversations with the duck.
We need to get Draven to a therapist, or not Draven, Silas to a therapist.
I mean, Draven
More
needs
than the rest
one
of us.
too.
Yeah.
We all need a therapist, but I think Silas needs one the most right now.
Yeah.
I glare at Asher and then whisper something to my duck.
I'll shoot the duck. Don't think I won't.
If you don't stop arguing, I'll turn this boat around right now.
No, you won't.
I'm scared, of course not.
Called out.
Don't threaten me when I know that none of us want to go back there.
You are heading closer to these Duskfall docks, and as you're coming closer and you start to head into the canals that lead deeper into the city, you pass like through the lightning barrier and you head into the North Hook channel in between White Crown and the docks, so you can see the gleaming buildings of White Crown. You can see the governor's stronghold, this big circular citadel kind of rising up, and you can see the bridge kind of connecting White Crown to the rest of the city, filled with these buildings and people going back and forth across it as you pass under it, and much bigger ships come through. And you also, when you get closer and start to get into the, the channel near Silkshore that leads towards Dunslow, there
Are we
is...
just going to the drop-off point now that the ship's not?
Or which way are you going?
Do we still
into the
do our
docks?
warehouse, or do we care now?
It's up to you.
I mean, probably the warehouse?
Because we told them that it would be a couple days before we drop it off.
Ronan, Jill, what do you think?
Jill.
Sorry.
Jill's the worst person to ever exist.
Anyway.
Oh my god, guys.
I'm so sorry. What was the question?
Y'all want to go to the warehouse or to the drop-off first?
Oh.
Can we get
Let's
to
go
the
to the-
drop off from here
Let's go to the
Yeah.
let's go to the drop off.
without detecting attention, without attracting attention?
You don't
Yeah,
know,
would you
it's,
like-
it's dawn, so the city's starting to wake up.
That's what
You
I'm
might
saying.
want to take the warehouse then.
If we stash it in the
Oh.
warehouse until
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good
Like,
idea.
Yes.
do that. So we
So-
can go in the night and closer to the time that we told Ulf.
Okay. You're heading towards that, like, some of the docks near your warehouse, and as you're going by, you see this big metal-clad armored ship come by, steam kind of billowing into the air, that you recognize from your vault heist as the Paragon, the kind of warship that patrols the waters around here.
Oh, bad.
Pigs.
And you're passing by, and a light shines on you, and
Don't get my
Oh,
duck.
we're fucked.
you just hear, "Stop right there!"
I cover up the eyes of my duck.
we're so
What?
close.
And you see a uniformed person comes to the railing and looks over. "What are you doing around here with that?"
Fishing?
Kind of points down at your duck boat.
Oh, well. Didn't know how much we catch
I
today.
cover my hand with my mouth and I go quack.
Oh, damn it. He spent... Yeah, damn it. He drank too much seawater. Didn't know how much fish we'd catch today, and he likes the duck. I don't know what to tell you.
Make a roll.
Fuck. Of what?
Would you like to push yourself?
No, because I can't.
Yeah, you can. There's only 2 stress. You're fine.
I
Oh, you only have
left.
one left. My bad.
If I trauma out right now,
We're almost
Can
there.
I still do
You're
this?
just done.
Yeah, you still complete the action. It's
You
just
already have a
after-
trauma, right?
yeah.
Yeah, what's another
Yeah,
one? No,
I would not do it.
well, you're already dead, so you don't matter.
What is
Take
wrong
pictures
with
of me
you?
eating vitamins.
Yeah, it's funny. You eat them weird.
I was in the middle of
Is this
paying
risky?
attention, and then you took
Yeah, risky standard, I think. You're not gonna take it. Anybody have a
I don't
devil's
know.
bargain for them?
I could, but I'm trying to think of like what consequence or whatever.
Okay, you succeed or you die. Oops, I closed out of OBS on accident.
What the fuck, Ronan?
I meant to switch tabs and I closed.
Ronan, you mess.
It's been a day.
No devil's bargains?
Can
I'm
anyone
trying-
think of a devil's bargain? I'm trying to think of one, but
Can you phrase a potential devil's bargain so that I can come up with a different one? Like, what would
It's
be a-
basically like you get a +1, but this consequence happens in addition. Like, but you'll gain a whole lot of heat because of your bright yellow boat that they'll all remember and tell
Okay.
stories about, or something like that.
You
we have like one heat.
succeed.
It would be more than one heat.
You succeed, but
No, it's not you succeed, but it's you get a +1.
oh, you get a
but-
+1, but you die.
Stop saying
You
it.
accidentally.
You break your legs again.
It has to be reasonable. Like, how would Asher break his legs trying to
These guys
convince
fucking kick me again to be
Can
like, don't
he-
come back here.
Because he tries to gesture to the nets that we have to like indicate that they're fishing supplies, and then trips and breaks his leg as he falls into the water.
But he can't stand to begin with.
Oh.
Can he
That's
can
fair.
he potentially see me, and that be
Oh.
an issue?
That would be enough to give him a +1.
Okay, we'll do that.
You want to take that, Shannon?
How
You
much
gonna
danger-
take that, pussy?
How much danger
Huh?
would that
Wow.
put Ira in, I guess?
You don't know. How much danger do you think that would put Ira in if the captain of the armored patrol boat that patrols Dusk Falls Canal sees you guys
We
hanging
can
out with a ghost?
Get out of that. I have an idea for that. Take it.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Nice. Alright, so you see he's like looking over at you, and Ira, you're like trying to like sit behind somebody in the boat so he can't see you, and he's looking over, and you see he just kind of recoils a bit, regains his composure, and says, nice boat. You guys have a nice day.
But
You too.
did you see something in the water? What was that?
Whack.
Oh, it was nothing. And then gestures up, carry on! And the boat starts to head off.
Whack.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Head to the warehouse and
Carrying on.
start unloading the bags into your warehouse. Do you have a specific place that you're putting them?
There's like a pile of like random crap in the corner that we kept.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Or maybe there's
construction.
like could there have been like a side room maybe to like put it in just so it's not sitting
Sure.
out or, okay.
Alright. Unload your product.
Mm-hmm.
Inflate the inflatable boat. What do you guys do?
Gonna go back to the. Could keep one person here in shifts
Okay.
and then wait for the couple, like 1 or 2 days maybe, and go to the drop-off point.
Okay.
We also can't let these fucking boat people see us now.
I'm gonna twitch a little bit and just smack Asher.
What the fuck was that for?
Sorry.
Alright. Do you want your duck back? Will that make you feel better? Alright. Asher starts fucking blowing the boat back up.
So. Oh yeah, did you name it?
Are you gonna tell us?
It's oh god, it's Zygon all over again.
I start whispering to the duck again.
what are the shifts? Who's gonna be there when?
What are we doing? How long are we shifting for?
Like a day or a day or two.
However long it is until we have to drop this
So,
stuff off.
how long does somebody stay there before they switch out with somebody else? Let me get rid of the ship sounds. That's not happening anymore.
So
Could do like
We get
8
some
hours of
sound
someone
effects.
sitting there and then switch out.
Yeah.
Okay, like a full
I mean,
like
this
day.
is by our place, right?
It's a few
Yeah, I know. I
blocks
just don't
away.
know if we want to leave drugs in here
Oh
alone.
no, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, we could just chill.
We could just stay here. Yeah, we could
Yeah.
go grab shit from our place and then
Yeah, we'll
go
just
back.
post up here for a bit.
Okay, so
grab
you're
a
all
lot
gonna
of
camp out
alcohol.
here.
Get
Yeah.
fucking wasted.
Get the moonshine. Start drinking heavily.
Heavily.
After
Yeah,
seeing that
still on the
fucking
jug.
Leviathan. Asher once, dude, that was awful.
Asher's getting
Yeah,
wasted.
I also definitely drank more than I should, but
Okay, so you two are getting drunk.
Asher hurts and saw Leviathan very close, and he didn't want to.
Yeah. I don't think Ira can get drunk, right?
No.
oh
You're
wow.
a ghost. You can't drink. So what are you, Draven? What are
That's
you
the
doing?
most like
Draven's
off-brand
staying
thing for
sober
Jill
this
ever.
time, until the
Okay.
job is completely done. He's not drinking until Fat Lady
Alright.
sings, yeah.
Ira, what are you up to?
She's gonna try to drink, and it's gonna go through her brain.
Don't waste
She's
it.
gonna be like, God fucking damn it. I'm
I'll
going
get
to go
drunk-
lay down.
I'll get drunk enough for the two of us, don't worry.
Oh, thank you. Me on a Friday night.
Only on Friday night.
She's gonna like, instead of laying on an actual like surface, she's just gonna hover and just like lay there.
like paranormal activity. Like,
Yeah.
hovering.
Asher takes another shot.
So, at about 1 a.m.,
Uh-oh.
you guys hear voices outside the door. Or at least Draven, you do. Because you're the only sober one. I guess Ira would hear it as well. You're the only sober one. Asher and Silas, you are gone. Like, not blacked out, but you're probably not going to remember anything from this point on tomorrow. You hear footsteps outside, and you can see light coming from underneath your warehouse door. This, like, pale blue light. And then there is a
Oh.
on the door.
Oh god, why did it have to be me? Am I able to like kind of peek outside and see who the hell's there?
Yeah, you see 3 robed figures with the iron masks standing there. And they have these, like, implements at their side and, like, charms. They're, like, decked out in these charms.
Yep, they know that.
Ira,
Irish here.
you feel this, like, presence, like this field, like this force field. You can't go towards the front door. And the field starts closing around you as you see the 2 of the robed figures start walking around to the other side. And these invisible walls are like closing in on you, Ira. You are trapped. There's no way out for you without taking drain. Silas and Asher, you're having a great time.
Why did you guys drink?
What have you guys been doing to pass the time?
I've been taking my duck's head and just like pecking Asher in the back of the head for like an hour, just like nonstop.
Not
He's
even
kind of
getting
sitting
part
there
of it.
taking it, like he's not really doing anything. He's just like zoning out.
Yeah. So you see
What?
Ira like
Yeah.
getting closed like a mime in the invisible box, and you were the only coherent one.
Why did it have to be
If-
me?
Like, if I see Iris start to freak out, does that clear my head at all? Like this.
Not enough to negate the alcohol. You just
What?
know that something bad's going on, but you are very drunk and
Oh.
impaired.
What is a spirit anchor?
What is a spirit anchor? Let's see.
It's part of arcane implements. I don't know how that's gonna help, but
Oh yeah, that's here, you can what are you doing, Ira, while I look up what the spirit anchor does?
She's like, she's just like freaking
Mhm.
out.
getting claustrophobic and yeah. All right.
Could we also? I don't know if this needs to be a flashback, but could we have told Ulf that, like, hey, we have the drugs, but we're waiting for
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
could have
not
like
good.
you
Just
could have
so
sent him a
he knows
message.
Yeah.
You're like
so that
you're
he
waiting
knows.
on it to cool off and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got everything, and so like, he should expect it in like a day or so
Mm-hmm.
at the drop off.
Yeah.
Did you say that there was like a second balcony or second
Yeah,
floor?
there's like catwalks above you.
Is there like a way like I can like look outside or like kind of go outside a bit? Not enough to be seen, but kind of like at least go outside? Or is it just catwalk and no,
It's
like,
inside only, and you got these big windows.
Fuck. And these people are all like surrounding us on all four sides.
It looks like from the way Ira's moving, it looks like a bunch of overlapping spheres that are getting closer together.
Overlapping. Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
the Venn
Like
diagram.
a Venn diagram.
Yeah,
okay.
like a 3-circle Venn diagram, and she's in the middle.
Can I see like? Can I tell like where they are or?
Yeah, you can on the catwalk. You can like be walking around on top, and you can see there
On the
is a
top.
spirit warden at your front door, and there are 2 heading to the other side.
Okay.
And the one at the front is knocking on the door again.
I'm not opening it right now. So, is there like are there doors on all four sides? I'm trying to figure something out, but I need more info.
I don't know. It's your warehouse. Are there?
Sure. Why not?
Like a big door on every side, or?
Maybe like a small door. Maybe that's like a hidden door. Maybe.
Okay, sure.
Door.
What are you gonna do?
I would like to. Do something a little crazy.
A little crazy.
A little
Just
crazy.
a little bit. I think we need a lot of it.
I want to do my ghost ward thing, but I want to try to like get it as far away from the warehouse as possible to like get like a distraction going, so that I can give Ira time to like get away, maybe.
Okay.
I want to like wreck an area as far away as possible to make it enticing to spirits, give them a distraction.
Okay. Yeah. So, what kind of substances do you use to attract ghosts?
Well, what kind of stuff does that? I feel like I knew that, but
What do you think would attract ghosts? We know that demon blood does because of the paintings.
could I have that on me? Would we have?
I mean, you
some?
were covered in it on your way out. That's with Silas.
Okay, I probably would have put like some into like a pretty decent sized like jar or something. And...
Yeah. So like, you like run down, start like scraping it off of him, and
Yeah.
get dumping it in this jar. And so you're gonna like run out there and
I'm gonna
chuck
try
it.
to
Or...
huck it as far as I can.
All right.
Baseball arm, yeah.
Hey.
And as
Let's.
discreetly as possible too, so they don't like see me doing it.
Yeah, you have saboteur, so.
Yeah.
All right. Make that roll.
Risky standard.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna push myself too.
All right. That's +2 stress.
And that's a +1, right?
+1 to the +1 die.
All right, please God. Oh.
Okay. You see the jar kind of, and then shatter as you see this Leviathan blood just splatter all over the ground. You see that it has landed near a ship that is coming in, and as the gangplank drops and you see people start to walk down it, you can see the faint flickers of like blue translucent outlines that start like flocking towards it, and you see one of the ones towards the back of the warehouse look over, and you can see that it is a bunch of Skovlan refugees coming down off the boat,
Oh,
and you've just
I mean,
demon blood all over the ground.
Crap.
And the ghosts just start swarming the area. People are screaming and running all over the place. The gangplank like cracks and collapses as people fall into the harbor. And Ira, you feel this weight off of your chest as you see the spirit warden start charging away from the warehouse and running over trinkets out. One of them has this long like ivory pole that he like slams into the ground and starts tracing runes on the ground, and it is chaos.
As soon as I see that Ira is free, I'm gonna tell her to get the hell out of here.
Go.
Go, go, go.
Leaves.
Yeah.
And I will try to
Through
get I'll also try to get the other two like in the room with the drugs and like keep us in there.
seal yourselves in.
Yeah.
All right. You wait about an hour as the screams continue for a long time. You hear bells toll in the distance. About 3 of them, 3 times.
It's not exactly what I wanted.
Adrian. I'm kidding.
And
That's fine.
there is a pause before you hear those footsteps outside of your warehouse again. And one of your back doors just creaks open, and you hear heavy booted footsteps like going through the warehouse. And then
Who the fuck?
5 minutes,
Quack.
they stop. And then you hear the footsteps leave.
So stressed out right now.
I'm hesitant as I continue to make clap sounds intermittently.
Bless you.
Thanks.
All right. And
sneaky.
so the rest of the night passes. You can see, once you guys like look out the window and everything, you can see there are 3 corpses laying in the street. You want to give me a fortune roll, Draven? Just 1d.
Okay, they were just laying there?
Corpses in the street.
Huh. I've been picked up. Fortune roll.
Yep.
1d.
I don't care too much about the
Yep,
rest.
just 1d.
Okay.
None of them are Scoblanders.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God.
And you see the spirit wardens are like picking them up on stretchers and heading towards the crematorium.
That's fine then.
That's fine. As long as they're not from Scobland,
Yeah, as long as they're not my people. It's
they're nothing to me.
Let my people go.
And so the night passes. It is the next day. What are you guys up to?
Start getting everything in one
Get everything
place
ready?
to take it.
All right.
So we should
how
probably
are
take
you
it at
transporting
night.
At night, yeah.
Okay. That night, how are you transporting it?
Not on a boat until we have to.
Also, you have a nasty hangover, you and Silas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
How? Oh, our drop-off point.
sloshing
is
around very
where again?
rocky.
Oh, Asher was fucking mixing pain pills and alcohol.
Yeah.
You're dead.
It's fine if it was
Where-
Asher.
Where's the
Alcohol.
drop-off point? Like, how far away is it from us? Where
It's
It's
is
in
It's
Dunslow.
Dunslow. Okay.
So
Shit.
if we like get a cart or
pissed
something.
on.
A carriage, yeah, or something.
Do it then.
Ah.
Okay, sure. You can have one like roll into your warehouse and start.
Could it have been like one of Ulf's or?
Yeah, he would have lent you guys one of his unmarked ones to.
Okay. That's fine.
When you guys open it up and get inside, you see it. It's the one that you modified with like the trapdoor.
Nice.
Hey.
Everything.
I stick my duck's head out the trapdoor so that I can get a look
At the street.
at the street, yeah, in case anything is sneaking up on us.
Yeah. So you guys are
That means
riding
okay.
in the cart with the drugs.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Did you have somebody that you wanted to drive you, or is one of you gonna drive?
Maybe have someone. but we're
Okay.
not- Yeah.
Someone with papers and shit.
Yeah.
They're like supposed to be going around.
Okay. Papers is gonna cost you
Oh well.
How much?
I mean,
a coin.
I can pay that.
All right. So, You guys arrive in Dunslow. You tell the guy where to drop you off. You see the pipe is below you. Below
Open that trap.
below that, there are gondoliers kind of like moving people through the canals and everything. You see the city of Dunslow is behind you. You're in this open field with like bits of rock scattered through it.
Drive right over it and open the trapdoor.
Yep.
The pipe is off the side of the cliff.
Yeah. Start tossing bags.
It's like sticking out, and then the opening is on that side. So there's no opening on top.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
sit down L. Okay. Just
Whoa.
tucking them in then.
Well, it's not facing up. That's what makes it.
Oh, it's not facing.
Yeah, it's
but
facing out.
Yeah,
Nice
it's facing out.
IUT.
So we could
Parallel
like,
to
throw them in
the-
and then- right.
Parallel to the water.
Oh, it's facing the
Water pipe.
I just lost brain cells.
Water pipe.
Did you just say IED? Looks like Nexplanon more
this.
than anything. Or not Nexplanon, the Nuva ring. That's what I meant.
Sorry.
Yes, the
Continue.
Nuva ring.
Continue. What are we
Uh,
doing?
Jill just
Sorry.
playing
gotta
with the
just check.
Nuva ring.
We
I was
gotta
just
just
talking about
bags in the
Jill's.
pipe.
Oh, the hormones! I can feel them through my hand.
We can't just chuck the bags into the pipe.
The
No,
pipe
the pipe
is facing this
opening
way.
is How many times do I have to describe this drainage
Why?
pipe?
Why did he make a drop off so inconvenient for drugs?
Because you said you were gonna take it through the water.
We did.
Oh,
Blow up the boat. Throw the boat in the water.
I still have my duck.
Yeah.
I canonically
gonna
brought
make
the
so
duck
many
Sit
along.
on the
appearances.
carriage and inflate
Take an
your
hour
duck
to
boat
inflate
and
the
then
duck.
lower them down.
Yep,
Professionals.
My
Incredible.
duck.
we did. Bring this
You are
up.
the worst.
I brought the duck and it's saving our life. Shut up.
You-
I brought the duck.
There is a
What have you done?
large. Once you guys get inside this pipe,
Don't get in my pipe.
once you guys are inside this
No.
pipe, you see there is a big crate that is
Nice.
sitting there, like open,
Oh,
like a big crate, and you see it's on rollers, like wheels on the bottom.
enough for a bunch of coke.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So you start loading up this box and close it up. Deflate the boat. What's the plan? What are you guys doing?
Are we? Or probably the Ulf? Do we have to talk to Ulf afterwards, or like?
Bless
Okay.
you.
He's usually the one that pays you, yeah.
Deflate
Yeah,
the
we will
boat,
both
get
have
back in
this.
the carriage, go
Yeah.
back to home.
Alright, head across
Yeah.
the bridge to Coleridge.
Bless you.
Stop sneezing.
You stop sneezing.
And you guys head into Coleridge. The construction project over the train station that he lives in is coming along very nicely. They have most of the main
Oh, that's what he's building?
support beam.
The train
No, it's
station?
on the train station that their like
Oh,
hideout is
gotcha.
underground. This is like the plaza above it
Gotcha.
that they're building something on. And you guys like head in. People greet you. Laria once again hands you some soup.
God, I love
says-
this soup.
You all look particularly pale.
Ugh.
Just write down. You
Exactly.
can't ask people why they're pale.
It's dusk while everybody's
Alright.
pale.
Jill,
You look like you've seen a ghost. Or several.
Oh,
Or what?
Leviathan, maybe.
Really?
Spelled.
How was it?
Awful.
I don't think the people on that ship survived, but that's not really our problem anymore.
I did hear about a missing Leviathan hunter ship.
Well,
We got
it's
away
not
just
missing,
in
it's
time.
just at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
it's not missing.
Oh. That's gonna be a problem.
Is it?
Well, I mean,
Fair.
that was a big shipment of drugs for the Red Sashes. They're gonna hate it. Go on in, he's waiting for you.
Alright. I was like, did we miss something?
You all really effed up, lol. Here's some more soup on the house.
we
you're
didn't
gonna
want
need it.
these drugs, we wanted the Leviathan blood.
Yeah, true. That's the real
Oh.
drug.
We wanted the oil that the drugs were in.
Alright. So you guys head into this scorching room where this fire is blazing. And you see Ulf sitting in his chair, kind of swirling a drink in his hand. And he says, "Ah, the Phantom Syndicate returns. How did it go? I've heard there is a shipment running late."
Well, it's a shipment that's never going to arrive. Leviathans, they really know how to destroy ships.
Really? You saw one?
We touched one.
Ah, you're a very lucky group, huh? Not many live to tell the tale. I'm sure you could get free drinks in any bar in the docks. With those
If
kind
they
of
believe
stories.
us.
Well, it's all in the delivery, you know. Anyway. You dropped him off.
Yes.
How much?
A lot. Couple
However
hundred
much
pounds.
Graven counted, yeah.
Like 250
220
pounds,
pounds, 220, 250.
250 pounds.
Oh.
What
Interesting.
exactly is it?
Oh. It's a It's got all sorts of fun properties that are great for our project that we're working on. This chemist is a magician.
Oh. I
Anyway,
hope they're good for you.
it's going to be great. In
Get
fact,
high on your own supply.
I'll have a package arriving at your place in a little while as a thank you for all the hard work that you've been doing.
Getting drugs.
Expect it in the next day or so.
Let's
Alright,
hope.
I appreciate it.
Also, the matter of your payment. That will also be in the package.
Alright.
You have done well to redeem yourselves following your blunder with the paranormal.
Well, we do strive to please.
I know. That's what I like about you all. You're so loyal.
I hate this dude. Asher does not say that.
Are you ready for the next step?
Bring it on.
Ready to hear it?
Perfect. How are the legs, by the way?
Getting better every day.
When are you gonna be back up and running?
That is a question for your doctor, I believe.
Well, the doctor only
I
knows
can
what's
move by
best for
myself.
people. I trust you that you know what's best for me.
I bet a couple more days I can actually stand on him, but it hasn't
Good.
affected my shooting ability.
I'd hope
I
not.
don't tell him about the boat thing.
Yeah. Great. Perfect.
Still have my arms.
It happens to everybody.
We'll have bad days.
Thanks, Joe.
We are almost ready for the last phase of my plan. The crows are the only really remaining obstacle. Without their resources and with the evidence that you planted, the red sashes should be no problem for us. Or at least not a problem that you need to concern yourselves with. Now the real problem, also our little project may help deal with these crows. Now this real problem that's going on is these bluecoats. I think they have been a thorn in our side for a while.
Oh, hell yeah, they have.
So, we can deal with this in a great way. We can do two things at the same time, actually. Kill two birds with one stone, right? Or rather, two stones in quick succession. I know that I've sent you to Gaddock before. the rail station.
Yes.
You're
Back
you're
to Benny Hill
familiar?
music as the dog runs around.
Yeah. You're familiar?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, good, good. I think this is going to be the toughest job yet.
We
Going to
love a
require
challenge.
coordination, timing, subtlety,
Huh?
an iron will.
Ah.
Things I know that you all possess.
I just
I
write
need one of them.
LOL on a notepad, but I crumple it up and just stick it in my pocket.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
I need you to destroy all the tracks leading in and out of Duskball.
Oh, okay. Alright. He likes to do it near the station or near the...
Nothing
Right,
comes
okay.
in or out of the city. That's all I care about.
Alright, well, if you do it
Okay.
there, there's less guards.
We need to cut this connection to the rest of the Empire. We can't have train cars full of soldiers coming in on the big day.
Oh gosh,
That's true.
Wonder if we do it...
we're creating
Far
like a
enough
military
out.
state.
If we do it far enough out of the city, then nobody will notice that they're gone until it's too late.
Perfect. The more soldiers that get trapped in the Deathlands and get eaten alive by whatever's out there is fine by me.
Fucking spiders everywhere.
It's going to take some timing, you know, the trains, their schedules are designed so that they never stop,
Did
you know.
the explosion that Draven caused that one time, did that not break the rail?
Well, it damaged part of it, but it has since been repaired.
Hell.
I'm talking get rid of them permanently. It's not easy for workers to get out into the Deathlands
Yes, well,
and repair things. In fact, it takes exponentially longer, which is great.
Right.
Gives us just enough time to execute our plan. And once that's done, the military and the Bluecoats will be swarming the place. Which means there will be less at the headquarters that you are going to burn to the ground.
damn, okay. Ah, well, that is two very big goals, huh?
What can I say? I'm an ambitious man,
Oh, we've noticed.
and I know that you all would do anything to help the cause.
Well, we would.
Yeah.
Take your time with this one. I want it done right.
We will.
I will need the time.
Fine by me. Just get it done.
Get her done.
We will have a lot less need for subtlety once this is over.
Alright.
And, whatever things you obtain for this demolition, make sure you can get more of them. There's a lot more explosives in your future.
Oh.
See what I can do.
Ah, you all have no idea how much I treasure you.
Oh, that's ominous AF.
Hey, it means you won't kill us later, hopefully.
Draven's just like a new
Hopefully.
father figure.
No.
I'm so proud of you guys. You have come a long way, and I can't wait for you to see a new day dawn on Duskball. One where we don't have to deal with them. And he looks off into the direction of Whitecrown that you can see the governor's citadel kind of towering over the city.
Anything for Scopin, so
Of course. Expect the package in a few days.
Alright. Appreciate it.
And he waves you away.
As we're, like, once the door closes, she's just like, day's gonna be as dark as any of the other ones.
Gonna pull out a flask and take a big sip.
I Alright, what are you guys up to?
Downtime?
Sure.
Downtime?
Go back home and sleep for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Sleep off this hangover.
Like,
Sounds good. You guys want to do some downtime?
yeah.
Sure.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
before we leave, I go to the doctor.
Okay. Yeah, 4D.
Oh, I don't have to. Okay.
Not 3, I want
4D.
L.
Whale hate.
Well, hell.
Alright, let's see what you rolled. Why isn't Foundry... There it goes. Alright. You can fill up 2 boxes on your healing track. Doctor's like, you've been exerting yourself. I've told you to stay off of these. As he has to
I mean, I was
redo some
sick- I was-
stitches and
I was just sitting in a boat, man.
a boat. You know water's
Yeah.
not good for this cast.
I didn't actually. I don't think you mentioned it.
Listen, you need rest if this is going to get any better. You don't want this to heal wrong.
Alright. Well,
You'll be able to walk, but you need to take it easy.
that is something you're going to have to talk to with your boss. I don't think he's going to let me take it easy.
It's near miraculous that you've even made this kind of recovery.
Oh.
Let's not ruin it in
Right.
pursuit of money and power.
Alright. It's more an effort to not die by his hands at this point, but I see your point. Bless you.
Enough from you.
Well,
Bless you.
this job is dangerous.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've been doing it a while. Haven't been hurt like this before, but I've been doing it for some time.
Right. We should be close to being about to make a full recovery.
Alright. I appreciate everything you've done.
Well, Ulf wants you fixed and he pays my bills.
It's fair, that's fair. Pays mine too, that's why I'm doing it.
Right. Not like we can even get out.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
why I'm still
wow.
doing this.
So he showed you his collection?
Is what?
Hmm.
Pictures.
Of?
Oh. You know he has blackmail on you, right?
I'm not surprised.
He has it on me and several other people too. You think that chemist is willingly creating what's in that lab?
Ooh. Well, he's seen anything on us? I don't actually know what I'd be blackmailed for.
You've been doing a lot of work for him,
That's fair.
interacting with a lot of his
Damn.
people. You know those new cameras?
Cameras?
They record a picture of what they look at onto paper.
Interesting.
Bluecoats are starting to use them for evidence.
Ah, fuck. Oh. That is unfortunate.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ulf got one from somebody around town here. Way back. Before he really controlled this whole district.
Oh shit.
Yeah, watch your back. This isn't something you can walk away from now.
Oh no, I know. I think we've known that from the beginning. It's also the reason why I can't really take it easy. I don't want him to break my legs again.
Right. And he hands you an extra bottle of painkillers.
Oh, thank you. You are my favorite person in the whole world.
Remember me. And he sends you on your way.
Wow.
Are you alright? That sounded
Blink
ominous.
twice if you need help.
I don't think you realize what's going to happen in the next few months.
Ever need a place to stay in the fucking hell that it's going to wreak, you can always come to our place.
I just might.
Alright.
Mm.
Well, let me know. Be safe.
Of course.
No. Finally, walk my way out of there.
Yeah, he gives you some crutches to use.
Yes!
I come over and I kneecap
Well,
Asher.
Just blow their kneecaps out.
No.
Right in front of the top.
Yeah.
He's like, no! And my
Just
life's
run over and
work!
just run
I
over and I
didn't
drop
even
kick
do
his
it
kneecaps.
this time.
I've been trying to fix this dude up for weeks! Months!
I push Asher off a ledge somewhere.
You just want to kill Asher.
Oh man, what are your
Sure,
other
your
downtime
sister.
actions?
I'm gonna go suck the soul out of a fucking blue
Nice.
coat.
Alright,
No, we
give me
do.
the good
Do we need
suck.
to do? Do we need to do heat and stuff?
Oh,
so I know
yeah,
if I
yeah,
can-
let's do
Oh, yeah.
payoff real quick. The Leviathan Hunters are... Well, and the Red Sashes. Are the Red Sashes on this faction list? There they are. And are the Leviathan Hunters on here? Yes, they are.
You need
Alright.
to-
Well, the Leviathan Hunters, you didn't attack them themselves, but you did attack one of their ships that was kind of run by the... So I'll take kind of in the middle of their tier. We'll do like a 4 rep, I think.
4 rep. Nice.
Yeah.
3, 4.
Nice. And the payoff, you guys wait a couple days while you're doing your downtime and stuff, and a crate arrives at your front door. It's pretty heavy.
Pop it open.
You see there are 2 large bags of wax paper in there,
Yo.
followed by a smaller box that you open up, and there is 9 coin in there.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Big money, no whammies.
Are you gonna pay the
Ooh.
rates?
Fucking Ronin.
I'm so tired of paying the race.
It's 1 coin, you little bitch. We just got
Yeah,
9.
but like we're just indebting ourselves to people this entire campaign. We've just been like attached to people for no reason.
Do we
Let's
know
just-
if,
All right.
do we know
let's
if
risk
Wolf
it.
has something against the Wraith, or is he like chill with them?
He has something against everyone.
You're not sure. You don't know. The rates are very private. They don't like flex their stuff. They're very secretive, and you know that Ulf hasn't mentioned them at all.
Okay.
So,
Alright. Then I don't care what we do.
what do you guys think?
I'm always against paying the race, but I'll defer to the group.
Well, I'm dead, so I can't really do much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, our thing that we kept paying them was because they were gonna kill you, and you're already dead.
Well,
so like,
Oh,
Okay.
true.
I keep bringing up
Not
the same
kill
argument
me.
if they know where we live.
Yeah, they do know where we live.
Yeah, they did show up at the Drunken Barracuda.
That's the one thing I've
They
got to
didn't just threaten
say.
me. It was a vague threat, which means it was all of us.
Why did they threaten us again? Why are we
we
doing?
didn't pay
Because
them
they were
on
mad
time.
at us from stuff that we did before, so we
Oh.
were paying them off to
Oh.
rebuild relations with them, but now they keep
Yeah.
asking for it.
How much money do they?
When you guys were like carving out your turf and everything, or your hunting grounds and stuff, you made the wraiths pretty mad. Getting like your underground passkeys and stuff, that was like their thing. Like only they had those, and you got somebody to give you the same phrases and codes and stuff they had. So you've been making it up to them, and then when you did make it up to them and repaired relations, they're like, hey, we kind of like having this secondary sense of income.
Nori?
This secondary income. Why don't you not stop paying us or else? That's kind of how it
Yeah.
went.
Well,
I say we risk it once and see.
I was gonna say now I have a problem.
And if they become an issue, then we'll deal with it when it comes.
Okay, you're not gonna pay him.
I'll
mean, we-
defer to the group.
I'm fine. with
Okay,
risking it
pussy.
once.
If you're gonna stand on it, stand on it.
I mean, we.
I say it every week, and everyone always yells at me for it. So I'm deferring to the group. If you guys wanna
Everyone
pay
or
them-
me? Because
No,
I'm not
you're
everyone.
You're the most vocal about being against it.
Well, I'm dead. I can't do anything.
I'm good with either. We don't have to pay them.
Yeah, we don't have to pay him. We can skip a payment.
We
Okay.
don't pay them.
All right, you do not pay them.
Y'all want to take 2 coin this time? Everyone takes 2, and then we put 1 in the.
Can I even carry coin?
I don't think you have a stash. I think you're a ghost.
We get 2 each.
Yep.
I get a stash.
You have a row filled up?
Yeah, or wait, no, I
Oh,
have.
you have 1 in your stash.
Yeah, 1 in my stash.
You
yeah.
can move coin into your stash, you just can't take it back out.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Like, you could take some of that coin and put it in your stash, but each row determines what your lifestyle is, your average, like, quality of life. And when you retire, your stash depends at, like, what status you retire.
All right.
We've got 1 or 2 more because Ira can't take it.
Take one.
We're not gonna take it.
You hand Ira the coin and just, like, slowly slides through your hand and drops
I
on the
can't
floor.
have money.
And then
I
my hand
can't
just
have
shoves
anything.
out and I take it off the floor.
Is there 1 more still?
Anyone can have that.
No,
My
put it
God,
in the-
someone take it.
I put it in.
take
The, I put, okay, never mind.
Or Asher.
I said I was just gonna put it into the group funds.
Oh, okay.
I think you'll
The
get
group
3
fund.
heat from this.
Heyo, they're not bad.
Nice.
That's not terrible.
And what heat are you at? 4?
4.
Okay. Be thinking about your downtime actions. What are you gonna do?
Raven is gonna help out Loria at the kitchen.
Okay. Roll your lowest attribute. Somebody roll me 1d. Ooh, nice. You clear 6 stress.
Oh no. How does this work if I'm doing
You
obligation?
overindulge. So that
You're helping out
means
at the
that
soup kitchen.
something bad happens. What are you rolling for, Ira?
1D.
Huh? Oh, for the... Okay, yeah. Okay. I will keep a 4. Okay. I will keep that in mind. Okay, let me look at the overindulging. So you can either attract trouble, you select or roll an additional entanglement, you brag about your exploits and get +2 heat, you are lost, so you will play a different character next session, or you're tapped and your purveyor cuts you off.
I really don't want anything else, but I don't have to find another purveyor.
Yeah.
Let me see what else, like, what other vices there are.
Okay.
Yeah, where are they at? Oh, I have to find it. Hang on. God, it's gonna take a minute. I have to pull up the document and everything. I don't know if someone else wants to go while I look for this, or...
I'll suck. While they're doing that, I'll suck.
You'll suck.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
How do you go about that?
I think she's gonna kind of get into a routine of finding blue coats that kind of like go off into like an alley to like smoke or something, and she's just gonna find them when they're isolated and take their souls.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, make an action roll for that.
An action.
Or wait, no, that's your lowest. Never mind, your lowest attribute. That's what you use for that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you clear 3 stress, or 3 drain as you slurp it up.
Can I overindulge?
Yeah, I think you can actually.
y'all, come on.
Do you want to attract trouble? Generate heat? Be lost? I think,
Fuck.
right? Let me read about that real quick.
I don't want to do any of those.
Let me read about the Ghost playbook. In the meantime, what are the rest of you doing for your downtime?
I'll just do 1 until I figure out what they're doing, but I will train
All right, what are you training in?
prowess.
Okay.
I will do something for Ulf, I guess. Not for him, but like in his vicinity. I'll like sneak around and like get intel on something or...
Okay. Cool.
Helping out.
Oh, Jill,
What's
you
up?
could have had an additional ghost ability this whole time.
I could have.
Yeah,
Wow.
my
Heartbreaking.
bad.
So I trained
It's
2
okay.
in prowess, and it fills me up.
Nice.
So I'll take another. Take one in skirmish.
Okay.
What does skirmish do? Or I might.
What does your training look like?
Hold on. I'm trying to read. Where's that thing that tells you what the skills do again? Is that in the complete guide?
What
Not-
skill are you looking for?
What skirmish does?
That's like fighting in close quarters.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I'll train in. I'll train in skirmish, I guess. And I will maybe find somebody that Ulf is trying to train or is good at close combat stuff, and I'll work with them, and I will like work on my fighting abilities for when I'm not in hiding, because normally I attack from hiding
Okay.
in case I'm out in the open.
All right.
All right.
I'll wait to see what everyone else does.
I think I have my new vice. It's gonna be pleasure. What's the brothel situation in the city?
Well,
Man.
a lot of them are in
Some
Silk
brothel.
Shore.
Contact. Silk Shore. Oh, I have so many of these windows open. Is that like a bad place for us, or I can go there?
No, that's your hunting grounds.
Oh, that's my hunting.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's our good place.
okay.
That's the good place.
So I think what might happen here is like you're volunteering so much that Laria's like Draven, take a break.
Yeah,
You
take a
need to like
vacation.
chill out. You're doing too much.
I can't help it. I have to do something.
Go.
difficult.
Take a vacation.
Nothing
There's plenty
fun.
of time.
All right. Just gonna go to Silk Shore and find the nearest brothel.
All right, yeah. Incredible. Oh, I read it. Indulging your vice by eating people's souls, you don't have to roll for it. You just clear half of your drain every time you do it.
Oh wow.
Gotcha.
And you don't need to roll for it. It's just something you do as one of your downtime activities.
Awesome.
So she can't overindulge.
Nope, because it always
Wow.
clears half, rounded down.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Maybe I should
Nice.
die.
All ghosts.
It's kind
Phantom
of cool. I'm not
Syndicate.
gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Phantom Syndicate. There you go.
Did you take another ghost ability, Jill?
I did.
What did you take?
I took Poltergeist, which is the one that lets you interact with the physical world for a few moments as if you had a normal body.
Nice.
And I can extend the reach and magnitude of my interaction to include telekinetic force and electroplasmic discharges by taking more drain 2 to 6.
Wow. So the more drain you take, the more powerful you can. That's
Yeah.
cool. So you can like throw somebody off a
Cool.
building if you take a bunch of drain.
Yeah,
That's
dope.
cool. Very cool. All right. Sounds good. Something that you guys. Is that all your downtime actions?
No,
No, I
I'm
still have
gonna
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Now that Asher can walk again, he like comes into the bar to reduce his stress. Like, I'm back, bitches.
Yeah, the bartender's like, "Where have you been?
I just point to the cast on my legs. I've been resting.
What did you
Resting.
do?" Pours you a drink. This one's on the house, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, don't ask. You don't want to know. Involved a building and me not being on it anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, and I take the drink. All right.
At least your
let's
throwing
see.
arm's still good.
So yeah, that's what I keep telling people. Still got my arms. I'll just rinse some people.
Yeah. All right. So roll your lowest attribute. Clear in
Nice.
5. Nice. Very good. Very good.
Sweet.
All right. So who has an action remaining?
Me.
Me.
All right. What are you three doing?
I'm gonna train in prowess, which I guess is the only thing I can really train in, by being a ghost and sneaking around.
You can
and
try
shit.
other stuff.
I could, but I kind of want to get sneaking up there, so
Okay.
I'm gonna train by kind of just floating around and like
Not getting
hiding
caught.
with people. Yeah.
Turning into a puddle.
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good. So you get 2, because you're prowess training for your crew. You get a Mark 2 when you train prowess.
Yes.
Cool. Draven and/or Silas, what are you up to?
I'm gonna train insight. I'm gonna have Draven just like tinker with the crane that he kind of stopped working on, but he's gonna tinker around the crane to like figure out the parts and stuff.
Cool, yeah. You can pay a coin to do another action if you want to actually like work towards fixing it.
I feel like we're not. Are we gonna need it anytime soon? I can't imagine a need for it in the
Up to you.
Yeah, it's
future.
kind
I
of
mean.
a later thing for when we have like bigger things to bring in,
Okay.
Yeah, we can hold off on it for now.
like our own little projects if Ulf
our
ever lets
little-
us go.
I
Yeah. Your training, you just get it. You just get a tick
Oh, I just-
and insight.
One tick. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I also need a name for my vice purveyor as well.
Oh yeah, think of a good like brothel name and a madame name.
Madame.
Yeah, the one that runs the brothel.
No, I know.
RuPaul.
RuPaul.
Paul Rue.
Oh,
Rue.
Paul Rue.
Paul Rue.
Paul Rudd.
Perfect.
What's the brothel called?
Oh, that's a good.
Ant-Man.
Awful name generator.
Let me think about that.
The back
Sticky
door.
dumpling.
The back.
The sticky dumpling.
Oh
Ew.
no!
Yes.
All right, the sticky dumpling.
The sticky dumpling run by Paul Rue.
Paul Rue. There we go. Thanks, Joel.
I hate this.
Campaign is canceled. We're done with Thursday nights, guys. Thanks for watching.
Oh man, I love it. All right.
It's almost as bad as all the stuff we came up for the Street of Indeterminate Name.
The
Mhm.
plush cushions.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
What's that from?
It's from Kingmaker. Okay. Does anybody have any actions left?
Me.
What are you doing?
We don't have a ton of heat, but I'm anticipating we'll probably get some
Yeah.
from this next show, so I will reduce heat while we
That might
can.
help. Yeah.
If
Okay.
your roll doesn't go well, I'll do a coin to do it.
Okay, how do I do? I'm reading. Okay, I'm rolling action, reduce heat according to level. Action is the individual things, right? Not the attributes are the big ones.
Yeah, action is like prowl,
Okay.
or basically how are you going about getting rid of your heat?
I will prowl my way around, and I will be on the lookout for anybody talking about the ship
Mm-hmm.
that got attacked, and I will just plant some. Did propaganda before. I'll do something similar, and I'll just slip notes into people's pockets about hey, I heard it happened like this, and whoa, did you hear it was like this? Just so they go through their
Spreading
clothes later.
rumors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, whoa, I found this note in my pocket. Do you think this is true?
Yeah.
It's creating some paranoia.
Yeah.
Roll.
Okay,
Or
that's. I think
reduce
that's
2 heat.
Yeah, 2 heat. Nice. You're down to 2, I think.
Yeah, we have 2.
That's good. That's good. All right. Well, you have 20 pounds of drugs.
Shannon, did you do
Holy
your other action,
shit.
or?
Uh,
Oh, you said you were gonna pay a coin to do another one. Okay. I thought
Oh
you-
yeah.
Do you want me
you
to?
can
I
do a third
can. Do
action.
you want to just get?
No. I thought you had another one.
No,
to
no,
do,
no,
but
sorry,
You said
sorry,
you were paying a
no,
coin, so
yeah.
never mind. No, we're good.
Okay.
We only have 2 heat.
You could use these drugs for lots of things. You could sell them and get more coin. You could use them to set up a some more territory for you guys. Get something running with like
Turf.
a drug trade, and maybe get some turf
Get some
rolling.
turf.
Could start running it out of that
Start-
warehouse.
You can start like recruiting dealers and stuff to go out and sell it for you, and they can be like part of your gang.
Please, let's get some turf.
Sure. Where do you want your turf to be? You want to like expand your hold on the docks, or do
I
you
was
want to
thinking, honestly,
Yeah, we
just
can use
put it
that
in the
warehouse.
warehouse.
in that warehouse as your distribution center?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah.
And once we get that crane working, we can get stuff off of ships, and then
Mm-hmm. For the actual like drug den thing.
the truck then.
There is a drug den turf for you guys.
There is.
Sure, yeah. So you could use those drugs to like start setting up some turf. So
Yeah.
there are two options. There's the one to the right of your lair, or there's one up and to the left. Oh, have you guys been counting your loyal fence for burglary and robbery?
No.
Ooh.
No.
No.
Well, you get an extra 2 for this.
Ayo.
Did we just? When did we get him?
You got that like
We've
3
had it-
jobs
we've had,
ago,
like-
I think.
Yeah, we've had
Oh,
it for
really?
so long.
Yeah, you
I
can
thought
just
it was-
take like a lump sum of I'll just say like 7 coin you could have
Yay.
gotten from this so
Well,
far.
let's put 1 in the group, and then each of us take 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Ira's sitting there, the coins just
I'm
falling
sorry.
through her fingers.
Oops, I didn't mean to switch scenes.
You know, Ira, ghosts can possess people and take their bodies.
Yo.
That is something you could be working towards.
Oh yeah.
Permanently?
Go
Yeah.
find a body.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
With the
Go find
right
another.
like preparation and materials and everything, you could steal somebody's body.
Find
Steal
another
old
hot
body.
babe and steal. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
And then
Whoa.
kill myself again.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that would be intense.
Yo, Ulf decided to just off himself. It was the weirdest thing. Everything was going great. His
We
Oh,
can't
encounter
find
was-
Ira again.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened.
Which turf are you gonna take? If you're gonna take turf.
I'm thinking personally the one to the right, because then there's a lot of like other cool stuff. Like lookout might help, and secret pathways would be helpful for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the gambling den, you could turn your warehouse rather than a drug den, you could make it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
gambling den.
Oh, Asher
instead.
would love that.
Yeah,
And it
there's a lot
gives
of
you
Asher would
cool
be
stuff.
passively.
And
so
tavern is
Oh,
over
wait.
there.
You
Tavern.
roll your tier, so you would roll 1d, and then you subtract your heat, and you get that much coin every downtime with a gambling den.
I'm down.
You would need a
Yeah.
little bit. You would need more to like set up like a. You would need to put more into it basically to set up like the games and attract people, hire security, expand your. So what does this turf look like? What are you using these? How are you using these drugs to get like territory? So this is like a place that you control, or like a group of places that you control with people that work for you, like for the Phantom. They are gang
Mm.
members.
We could kind of start latching onto people coming in on ships and kind of have a hold on like
Be like,
the-
hey, you need a job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Start like poaching people from Ulf, being like, hey, you could work for
I
Ulf.
could try to
You could work for
to
us."
get Bram to help us too. Like kind of almost hire him, or be like, if you have anybody who's like desperate, send them our way.
The guy that you
That's
talked to at the docks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that with the promise of money, he would just straight up work for you guys.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
as like
We get-
he would be in
yeah.
your gang like secretly, you know. Like,
'cause then we
Hey.
can know when drugs are coming in, when we could buy stuff off of people,
mhm.
when people are coming in.
Get some sources and stuff set up,
Yeah.
and he can like you could have him like run the whole operation for
Yeah.
you, so you don't have to like deal with it.
I'm down.
Sure, that sounds
Oh,
good.
dude, I love this guy.
Yeah, he just like he's really bored with his job.
Yeah.
And he wants money, so
I'm like, hey, I got something for you.
yeah,
as thanks for the last time.
yeah. Yeah, so you get Bram to start recruiting dealers when they come off the boats, and they start distributing these drugs throughout the docks.
Nice.
And before you know it, you got like a good network of like 6 dealers about that sell your drugs for you and kind of.
Nice. Get all these fishermen high as fuck.
Yeah, you don't make a lot of money off of it because like
Okay.
it's still new and you got a lot of overhead with like operating
Yeah.
costs and stuff, but
I don't think
there's
we're too
potential there.
worried about it. Yeah. Getting like the hold is probably more than getting money out of it.
Yeah,
right?
like having the presence, like with people that you can control and stuff.
Like take some control back after Ulf ripped it all away from us.
Yeah, you're like starting to carve out your niche in the docks
Yeah.
from his influence. 'Cause he hasn't come for the docks yet. He just assumes that you guys are kind of like keeping the peace there since it's your turf.
One day we walk in, and he's like, "I've heard about these drug dealings going on at the docks. We need to stop them." And we're like, "Ooh, about that."
Yeah, they're these people that are poaching my Goblinders to sell drugs.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So you guys have that set up. You got your first turf,
Hey.
as you have always
Finally.
wanted.
I've wanted turf for so long.
Now it takes
We're
you less
doing-
rep to
Yeah.
go up in tier.
Hey.
1 less. That's great. You got those rolling.
So,
Anything else you guys want to do in the downtime?
I'm good.
Good. Okay. So, your entanglement that I rolled, or you rolled.
Oh.
So, you guys are hanging out around the warehouse with Brom and everybody, and you hear word from the dealer the dealers, they're like chatting, and when you're checking up on the place and everything, and you hear them mention, and you're starting to hear whispers of it around, that there's going to be a big event in the square of Charter Hall. The people have been seeing them building some big wooden structure in it, and you hear that a bunch of trials have just wrapped up in the courthouse, and they're going to be executing a bunch of Skovlin revolutionaries. And they're distributing the list of who's on the docket, and you guys see some very familiar names on the list for execution.
Is Draven's parents on there?
All of yours are.
Well, fuck. I didn't
Good thing
know they
I'm
were
in
all
the
caught.
Skovlinder, baby.
I mean, we don't care about our parents. That's pretty bad.
Well, Draven's a little concerned.
Ah,
I will mark the date of the execution on your little
oh,
calendar,
that's awful.
So we can go and watch.
so you can go watch.
Jill, our parents are gonna die.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm already dead.
What was that?
So I clicked to switch a scene on accident and it never
Oh.
loaded. So I was wondering if all of my foundry stopped working, so I rolled a dice. And I can't open the
Nice.
calendar, but I can roll dice still.
So, the 45th of Ulsavet is the date of the execution.
Oh shit, that's about 2 weeks.
A little more than 2 weeks away, yeah.
One more.
I'll give us time to buy some nice outfits, you know. Make sure we
Get
go
all
early
dressed
enough to
up
secure
and-
good seats.
Oh
We
my
want to show up
God.
at least like half an hour early.
We can try and get them out.
Okay, because Draven's gonna get a trauma otherwise. For sure. Watching his parents die.
We
Yeah,
don't need
get
to get ours
executed by
out,
the
but we
Empire.
can get Draven's out. Ours are.
Yeah, you see some familiar names for you. I don't know if you guys ever gave me your parents' names, but
No. I
they're
don't
on
think we
that
ever
list
did.
as well.
Are there any, like, people from here? Or are they all from Scotland?
There's it. You don't recognize all the names, so some of them may be, some of them. You just know
Is-
that they're revolutionaries
Is it
from
people
the
that are
Unity War.
like? Okay, gotcha. Oof.
So, you got that going.
Yay, yay.
What's the plan for next time?
Acquire a lot of explosives.
Okay.
Find our way out
He
into the
said we have a
Deathland.
lot of. He said we can do this. He said he wants us to take our time with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can find explosives, probably try and figure out the best way to get out into the Deathlands without being absolutely destroyed again.
Is there any other job we want to do in the meantime? Do we want to try the last painting? Or are we done with the paintings?
I don't.
You guys
I
really
don't
want
know
to
if
mess
we
with
want to.
more
I don't think we
supernatural
want to
stuff?
mess with the big vampire boy right
Yeah.
before
I
a
mean,
very,
we do
very
have a
big
ghost
job.
on our side now. Maybe, like, I'm telling you, she could just gaslight the other ghosts. We haven't tried it yet. We don't know
if we want
if
to.
Ira could talk to the
Yeah.
other ghosts.
I don't know if we know what that guy is capable of.
Just saying.
I know.
Do
I
we
just
have
I don't
anything
I don't
else to
think we
do, or
want
are
to
we
do
just gonna
another. I
this?
don't think we want to do another big boy job in the middle of an already big boy job.
Oh,
Yeah.
But we
no.
got
Lame.
if you
It's up
really
to
want
you.
to. I don't know.
No, we can.
You guys can go. You guys can
All
go
I'm saying is
mess
if
with Lord
someone-
Skurlock.
If somebody else dies, that's a great
Our
time
guy
to get
was
the
also like
vampire
he's kind of
playbook
done
and
with
play.
paintings, right?
He said
Oh.
that like if you guys can get
Oh,
Lord
okay.
Skurlock's painting, he'll pay you a buttload of money, but he doesn't like expect it from you because he considers it impossible.
Nothing's impossible for a possible.
Where is Lord Skurlock? Is he
Anything's
in
possible.
He's in
with
Six
possible.
Towers.
Six Towers?
He's
Okay.
like the only man. His manor is one of the only ones that is still like inhabited, like in good shape, and
Okay.
and there's a
Yeah.
bunch
I
of
don't
like
know.
weird like he throws big parties with like his. I think you guys have heard people refer to them as like his church friends, and there's like a bunch of parties and stuff. Weird stuff happens at that house.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go there. Hmm.
All right. So your plan is, do you have something else you want to do other than start gathering stuff for your next job? Or the big job, the Gaddock
like-
Rail job?
Oh yeah, I guess gathering would still be getting things to get out there safely.
Yeah, like basically like I have that you want to like find a bunch of explosives
Mhm.
that you can use and to get protection from the spirits in the Deathlands.
And then I guess if we're like waiting on bombs and stuff, we could try and go start scoping out the HQ.
For the
Like
blue
it'll be
coats.
less like inhabited once everything happens, but
Mm-hmm.
if we can start getting a layout of the building and shit.
Sure. So you gotta blow up the tracks leading into the city. And you gotta, what was the thing after that? It was...
People can't get out, and we can't get out after
And
that.
then- Yep, you will be trapped in Duskfall. The only way out is by boat. And then after you blow it up, you're supposed to burn down the Blue Coat headquarters.
Is that an immediate after?
He's like the implication was that the rail station job would serve as a distraction.
Okay.
And so you don't want to wait too long because then they'll regroup and
Mhm.
get back to headquarters and stuff. You don't know what kind of timescale he has in mind after that.
Gotcha. Let's go get more gas to pump into the HQ.
Remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I know. We lived.
And yeah,
I just
and
got
one-
some shrapnel in my back. It's fine.
one more thing before we go to XP. You guys have noticed there's a lot of construction going on around the city with people building. It looks like they're adding like pipes onto the side of buildings that just kind of like end in like a spout.
Like the same construction from last time. It's just
No, this is like all throughout the city, like in multiple
Oh.
districts.
Pipes, like giant pipes?
Like this big.
Okay.
That they're just like attaching them to buildings and they run underground.
Okay.
I don't like that. Are they going near the docks at all with it? Like,
Yeah, they're mounting them in like big, like busy intersections and like big, crowded areas,
Who
like
is
market
they?
squares.
Like, can we tell who's building this stuff? Is it just like general construction?
It's
crews in the
like
city?
it's like a bunch of different construction companies, but they're all doing the same thing.
weird.
It's like, but it seems like it's city endorsed. Like whoever's in charge of the city hired them, kind of thing. Can we tell that?
You're not sure. You want to ask one of them?
Yeah. I won't ask, but I will.
Well, find out. Yeah, one of you can make an action roll. See if you can figure it out.
Is that just a study or
If you're like talking to them, like consort, sway, one of those would work.
I will try to like prowl around and see if I overhear like anybody talk about, or like if I see anyone talk to anybody that looks like they're like a manager or like
A foreman.
Foreman, that's the word I couldn't
Yeah.
think of yet. So while whoever's rolling for talking, I will do sneaky.
Okay.
I can try and slay.
Oof. Huh?
Okay. Through your combined efforts, you find out that they have like they were all contracted close to the same time, but by different people and just like random people. The payments aren't coming from any sort of company or anything. They just kind of show up. Like I said, they were all contracted near the same time about 3 days ago. It's when they started construction.
Does this cause any stir in the city? Like, do the blue coats seem like they're confused or like?
The blue coats will like you'll see them like saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then they like show the permits, and they got permits, they got the money, it's all paid for already.
Odd.
And they're not like on every building. It's just like there's one in like a big like artery of the city, basically.
It's weird. I knock on, like, if they move away from a building and start like going to do another one, can I knock on the person's door in the house?
Yeah, sure. You see
Kind
this
of like ask them.
Yeah, this elderly woman kind of like creaks out with a cane. Hello?
I was just wondering, I keep seeing this pop up. What are these pipes for? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I got this notice that says it was a private a private development contract. Signed by some judge.
Ooh.
Oh, Burke.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
So this is Ulf's doing, I'm assuming.
No, it's either Ulf's doing or the people that came in to blackmail the judge.
Hey, you know that both Ulf and those people seemed very familiar with this guy.
Right.
Okay.
As a well-known
thank you.
pushover.
You didn't have any say in it, though?
Who?
You?
Me? Oh, it's just it's signed by the. They said it was what was the term they used? Like eminent domain or something like that.
Alright, well. I was just curious. Have a nice day.
Oh yes, I'm sure it's probably just more like drainage or something like that. The gutters have been pretty full this time of year.
Oh, yes, well, I do hope it helps your gutters. I'd hate to see you have to climb up there for them.
Yeah, that's what my grandson is for. You have a great day.
You too.
Gives you a cookie.
Oh, alright. Thank you. Go back and I split it with Silas and try it.
Yeah. You're all just like sitting on a park bench, like eating the cookie.
I go to hand a piece to Ira and I'm like, ooh.
I take that piece.
Well, that's terrifying.
Alright. And with that, let's do some XP.
Ayo.
Hey.
So for the
Nice.
crew, did you execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation?
Yeah,
All right.
we're full.
Oh, nice. Are you gonna get an upgrade, or I mean, 2 boxes of upgrades, or an ability?
Oh, I forgot about that. Let me open the player kit.
While you're deciding that, did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Did we?
Did you?
Was the
Are they above
red
our
Yeah,
station above?
they were higher than you in
And
tier.
yes.
And yes.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
No.
Okay. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of your crew?
Yes. Helping Ulf.
Nice. All right. And Draven, did you address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem?
I did. I made the harpoon gun, and I closed the hatch with the magnets and tying that off. So
Nice. Yep. If it happens multiple times, you can check too. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, because I helped out Ulf and the skill vendors at the kitchen.
So much
and
that you got
I
cut off.
also protected Ira from those ghost hunters too.
Oh, true.
Back to my friend.
Did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma during the session?
Yes, I got sent on sabbatical, and Draken was also very
Honey.
paranoid about moving through the ship.
Yeah.
Cowardly.
Yep.
paranoid.
All right.
Oh, we didn't do the slippery thing again.
What?
For rolling
Ah,
entanglement,
tits.
we're supposed to roll twice and take
Oh.
the one that we want.
Whoops.
Oh, and when I reduce heat, I take +1d, so I'll roll another d to see
Oh.
Yeah.
if I got anything above a 4.
Nope.
I got a 5, but that's the same thing, so no.
Ira, did you exact vengeance upon those you deem deserving?
I did
Good.
kill a guy, but it wasn't really revenge, and I
Mhm.
didn't really think he deserved to die, so
Okay.
I guess not.
Did you express your outrage or anger?
I did kill someone.
All right.
It did not
I did
satisfy the
kill a
first
man.
condition. It did the second.
Yeah.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I did protect Silas and Draven from being discovered.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good.
Oh, I'm full.
Are you gonna take a ghost ability?
I am. I'm gonna take Dissipate, which means I can disperse the electroplasmic vapor of my ghostly form in order to pass through solid objects for a moment. Take 1 drain when you dissipate, plus 1 drain for each feature. It lasts longer, a minute, an hour, a day. Oh, these are the features. It lasts longer, a minute, an hour, a day. You also become invisible. Anything that passes through your form becomes dangerously electrified or frozen.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right.
Love it
Did
here.
you struggle with your issues from your vice or trauma?
No, I did not.
All right.
No.
Silas, did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion?
I'm always addressing challenges with stealth.
So
true.
I am full.
All right. What are you taking?
I think I'm gonna take expertise, choose one of my action ratings. When I lead a group action using that action, I suffer only 1 stress at most, regardless of the number of failed rolls.
Wow, that's good. That's good for sneaking.
Good one.
Yeah, so anytime we need to be sneaky, be leading those group actions.
Nice. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yeah, kind of through helping and doing stuff for Ulf.
All right. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma?
Oh yeah, I am extremely unstable at all times.
Nice.
Rolls around
pretty
in
crazy.
oil on the floor.
I am kind of crazy.
That did kind of come in clutch though, because it gave Draven some oil to make the.
Yeah.
Asher, did you address a challenge with tracking or violence?
Try to shoot that boat down.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Nope.
I'm
least
so
you
mad.
tried.
I didn't shoot a damn thing today.
All that practice. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Helping Ulf.
Nice.
don't
Struggle
think
with
there's
issues from your vice or trauma?
Yeah, 'cause he was panicking because it was too ghostly for him
Too
to handle.
ghostly. Did you get payback against someone who harmed you or someone you cared about? That is your vengeful XP trigger.
Oh shit. No.
Right. Sounds good. Alright, did I miss anything?
First, since we got a special ability.
Oh yeah, your crew ability.
I was looking at synchronize. If we're getting into this group action thing, when you perform a group action, you may count multiple 6s from different rolls as a critical success. So if we want to start doing more like group action sneaking stuff or just group actions in general, we can
That's a good one.
stack ourselves up with that.
Okay. I will add that. Synchronized.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go. That's good, that's good. Alright. I think the only thing we're missing now is the session name.
On Leviathan ice.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
On Leviathan, I like that.
10 out of 10. Best thing Joel has ever said.
Alright. On Leviathan Ice is the name of today's session.
Amazing.
Oh my god. I'm really
We
gonna
are
have to
the
make a
best.
thumbnail that says that.
Yep. You already made one that said "Gay Eggs Happy Pride." This
Okay,
isn't
but it
worse
was
than that.
Pride Month, Shannon. I had to.
We bullied the straight man into saying "Happy Pride."
I don't think you have to bully me into saying that. Well, anyway, you guys are there's it's coming to a head here.
Yeah.
It's all coming together. You guys have just been like, okay, Ulf. Okay, Ulf.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
I mean, we
alright.
can't. When we say no to him, he gets mad at us.
Yeah,
think
you're
we should kill
criminals.
him.
You're a gang of criminals.
Jill can
I
just
think we
possess
should
his
kill him.
body. I think you
Yeah.
should definitely possess him.
That would be so funny if at the finale you just possessed him and then we owned
We
everything.
ruin Austin's
That
boss
would be-
fight again and just possess Ulf before we get to the main event and just have him kill
Just
himself.
possess him to take off all of his clothes so he starts it in his underwear.
No, not a holy avenger. That's all he has left.
Oh my god.
That was the best boss fight we've ever had.
Oh my lord.
It was the
Ugh.
saddest boss
Dying
fight
Austin
we've
did
ever
in that
had.
one session. Just constant sighs. Oh, I guess he won't have this now. and, I guess he can't do that.
You have no idea.
Oh,
All right. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yes.
We will see
Bless you.
you.
Stop choking.
Thank you,
Next.
Jill. We'll see you tomorrow. Not live.
No.
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 But a VOD. We'll see you
Okay.
on
Oh, yeah?
YouTube with the Cerulean Conspiracy VOD at noon. Saturday with the VOD of this at noon. Tuesday.
Sub game night next week.
Oh yeah, sub game night. Not this Friday. Next Friday.
Xenoblade drops next Friday.
Okay,
Maybe.
sure. And then on next
Okay,
Tuesday,
sure.
it's Cerulean Conspiracy episode 7,
Ooh.
I think.
Yes.
We're
Yeah,
getting to the
episode
mark.
7. Chapter 2 begins. Then next Thursday,
And
it's this again. They're gonna be blowing up a railroad.
Hopefully.
A real road.
A railroad. Thanks for
hope
watching.
it's running railroad.
We'll see y'all later.
Yay.
Bye bye.
Bye.